Yeah. Yo. Check. 1, 2. Welcome to the stream. We're just about to get started. If you're just getting here, hit the thumbs up. One fight and one fight only. Douglas Lima versus Michael Page. We're about to get into it. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome. He literally just went live, guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Just one fight tonight, guys. The one that I've been waiting for. Just got home from work not too long ago and excited to cover this fight. Michael Page's only blemish was against Douglas Lima. Now he's looking to avenge it. MVP wins. We're about to find out, my guy. I truly can't wait, man. This should be a good one. For the 18 people here, make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Let's get it. Thank you for stopping by. We're just getting started. Hit the thumbs up. Ladies and gentlemen, Douglas Lima versus MVP 2 is about to be underway. What's up, Tom? Welcome to the stream, man. MVP just made his way into the octagon. I think I could go without a hat today. Or should I rock the Eagles? You know what I'm saying? Like, real quick, let's fix this up. Let's go. Michael Page, 19-1, 34 years old, 6'3", 170 pounds, 79-inch reach, is going against Douglas Lima, 32-9, 33 years old, 6'1", 169.4 pounds. He's already in the octagon. MVP is already in the octagon. The main fight is about to be underway. Michael C. Williams about to announce the fighters. Welcome, Tom. Welcome, and everybody else that's getting here. Welcome. I was hoping I could do the whole, card, but I had a couple things to take care of. Just got home from work. But the main event is about to be underway, so I figured I'd go live, and a lot of people are interested in this fight. MVP spoke of before wanting to go to the UFC, so let's see what he does here, but you never know. Notable wins for Douglas Lima: Rory McDonald, Michael Page, Paul Daly, Lorenz Larkin, Ben Saunders, Koreshkov. So let's go. Douglas Lima has some notable names on his resume. He's going to fight Michael Page soon. And I just figured I'd go live and cover it with you guys. Welcome to the stream. Michael Page walking around the octagon. Notable wins: Paul Daly, Derek Anderson, Ross Houston, Cyborg Santos. Remember that knockout? The knee to the face, and Rick Rainey. Michael Page looking very focused, staring right at the camera. The main fight is about to be underway. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up on the video if you haven't already, guys. The main event is about to be underway. Let me put this up here. Wait, there we go. There we go. But welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. It should be good. They're about to touch gloves already, and then we're about to go right into round number 1. Michael Page, an entertainer, doing this thing that he does in the sky. Round 1 is about to be underway shortly. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to get right to it. Michael Page versus Douglas Lima, the rematch. Here we go. Round number 1. Michael Page versus Douglas Lima, both standing toe-to-toe in the center of the octagon. Michael Page moving on his feet a lot already. Round 1 of a schedule 3. Michael Page wearing black, Douglas Lima wearing white. Both standing toe-to-toe in the center of the octagon. The crowd chanting MVP. He feints a right leg kick, doesn't quite throw it yet. Using a lot of feints. Douglas Lima being patient here. MVP looking to apply the pressure here in the first round. Only a 3-round fight. This is a rematch between MVP and Douglas Lima. Feinting the leg kick, doesn't quite throw it yet. Both standing toe-to-toe in the center. Big right straight down the middle. Lands for MVP. Douglas Lima falls from that, but gets right back to his feet. And it's still round 1 of a schedule 3. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first round. Feints a leg kick. Michael Page using a lot of movement. Douglas Lima just standing still, toe-to-toe, being patient as well. Remember, he caught MVP in the first fight between the two. Michael Page looking to avenge here. Just under 4 minutes left in the first round. Bouncing on his feet a lot, looking for an opening. Douglas Lima trying to close the distance. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up on the video. Michael Page feigning a lot, circling to his right. Douglas Lima looking to press forward now too. Feints the leg kick, doesn't quite throw it yet. Outside leg kick just misses for Douglas Lima. Michael Page standing toe-to-toe with him. Bouncing a lot. Another big right hand down the middle for Page. But he doesn't close the distance immediately. Looking to be patient. That's the second time he knocks down Lima already in the first round. But he's being a lot more calculated here in the second encounter between the two. Page circling to his left. Douglas now the one being the aggressor, pressing forward. Outside leg kick lands for Lima. Round number 1. Just under 3 minutes left in the first round. If you guys are just getting here, Page already landed 2 big strikes. Looking to land another one. Feints a leg kick. Spinning outside kick just misses for Page. Well defended by Lima. Lima trying to press forward, standing on his toes, looking for an opening. Another big right hand just misses. And an outside takedown by Lima. Now Page on the ground, on the bottom, in close guard. Lima on top. See if he can work from here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. It was a missed right hand over the top that missed for Page. And Lima capitalizes and gets the takedown here. Right on top, looking to control Page on the ground. He's in his close guard, trying to create some distance before throwing some strikes. Page doing a good job of locking up the right arm with the overhook. Now Page is back towards the cage. Lima looking to work from here. Page on the bottom. He's now on his feet. Page trying to control the arms with a right underhook. Lima on top. If you're just getting here, hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Doug Lima on top in the close guard of Michael Page. Right hook over the top. Just misses for Lima. Page still on the ground, being very patient, trying to tie up the hands and buy himself some time. Lima trying to open the guard of Page as he stands on his toes. Page back on the mat. Lima trying to let go of his arms here. Page doing a good job. And a left straight down the middle. Another left hook over the top for Lima. Page doing a good job controlling the wrist, the left wrist of Lima. 1 minute and 15 seconds left here in the first round. If you're just getting here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up. Lima on top of Page. Lima trying to work. Page on the bottom here, defending quite well. Wonder how much energy he's expending. Lima now on his toes, trying to break the guard of Michael Page. Page doing a good job of just tying him up and buying some time. Just under a minute left here in the first round. Let me know where you guys are from in the chat. Left hook just lands for Lima. He's still in the close guard of Page. Page just defending, not really working himself up quite just yet, but still tying up the hands of Lima. Lima trying to get his hands loose before landing some strikes. On his toes again. Page in the close guard. And he breaks the guard, looking to land some strikes. A right hammer fist lands for Lima. Up kick by Page almost lands. Page still on the bottom. Douglas breaks away from him. Let's see if Page could get up and work from here. Page trying to land some strikes. On his toes again. Page in the close guard. Lima trying to get his hands loose before landing some strikes. On his toes again. Page in the close guard. And he breaks the guard, looking to land some strikes. A right hammer fist lands for Lima. Up kick by Page almost lands. Page still on the bottom. Douglas breaks away from him. Let's see if Page could get up and work from here. Page on the bottom, just 10 seconds left. He needs to survive here on the bottom. Didn't take significant strikes, but still just defending, letting the clock run out. And round number 1 is over. Welcome to the stream, guys, for the 54 people here. Thank you for stopping by. I wish I could have covered the whole event. I just went live because I know you guys love the live streams. So welcome to the stream. Let me know where you guys are from in the chat. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Round 2 will be underway shortly. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. And hit the subscribe button, guys. We're almost at 3,200 subscribers. Here we go. Round 2 will be underway shortly. It was 2 big right hands that Michael Page landed. Those were about the only significant strikes in the fight. Where Michael Page went wrong, whereas he got taken down and couldn't work his way back up. Hoser Casachua, just doing a live commentary as I always do. You can check out the channel. Welcome to the stream. Douglas Lima was on top. Let's go MVP. Keep on your feet. Yeah, he landed the 2 biggest strikes. What's up, Toad Line? Welcome back, man. He landed 2 big right hands, but then he got taken down about a minute and a half, 2 minutes into the first round. But round 2 is about to be underway. Welcome, Toad Line. Negro, welcome to the stream. Gambaris, welcome to the stream. Everybody that's getting here, welcome, welcome, welcome. We got the #1 commentary channel on YouTube. Here we go. Round number 2. Kick to the midsection, just misses for Michael Page. Let me know where you guys are from, guys. Philly in the building. Let's get it. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the second round of a Schedule 3. First round was pretty close. Michael Page landed the 2 biggest punches of the round, but then Douglas landed a takedown, and that might have won the round. It could be pretty even, but here we go. Round number 2. Page feigning just a bit here. Standing on his toe. Another straight right hand just misses for Page. Outside leg kick lands for Page. What's up, Toe Line? Welcome back. Shang Hunter, what's up, my guy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, blood? From Greece. Greece in the building. Welcome to the stream, my guy. Nice short left hook lands for Page. MVP trying to be as calculated as possible here. We know the mistake he made in the first round. Trying to avenge the loss here in the second round. Guys, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're almost at 3,200 subscribers. Nice short jab down the middle lands for MVP. MVP being patient, standing on his toes. Douglas Lima doing the same. Standing toe-to-toe with Page. Looking quite comfortable so far in the second round. Short left hook just misses for Lima. He threw it with bad intentions, but it doesn't quite land. St. Louis in the building. What's up, man? What's up, Travis? Welcome to the stream. Page standing toe-to-toe, circling to his left. Lima being the stalker, walking forward. And Page just moving laterally. Not quite letting his hands go yet so far in the second round. Both being a bit indecisive. Outside leg kick just misses for Lima. Straight right hand misses for Page. Both respecting each other's power and offensive attributes here. Both standing toe-to-toe again in the center of the octagon. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Boa noite. I guess Brazilian. What's up, Romero? Welcome to the stream. Scotland in the building. What's up, Scott? What's up, Scotland? What's up, Levums TM? Here we go. Page standing toe-to-toe. Second round of a Schedule 3 here. Lima trying to stalk. Page is moving to his left. So far, neither fighter letting their hands go. Both respecting each other's power. Straight right hand misses for Lima. Page still circling laterally to his left. And again, Page gets caught with an outside leg kick and he slips, but he gets back to his feet. Almost got caught with a straight right hand that he did before. What's up, Gambaris? Thank you for subscribing. We cover boxing and MMA on this channel, guys. We're one of the fastest growing on YouTube. Welcome, welcome everyone here. Short left hook just misses for Page. Anonymous, thank you for subscribing. Page circling to his left. Lima still stalking. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the second round. Both being hesitant. Page using a lot of movement. Straight right hand down the middle lands for Page. Lima tried to counter with an uppercut, but he misses. Lima trying to press forward. Page backing off just a bit here. Page is being very patient. Right kick to the body. Blocked by Page. Head kick misses for Page. Knee kick lands for Page. Page trying to let loose a bit more here in the second round. Just under 2 minutes left in the second round of a Schedule 3. Outside leg kick lands for Page. Straight right hand just misses for Lima. Lima being the stalker, walking forward. Page moving laterally, trying to set up his punches. Both being very hesitant so far in the second round. If you guys are just getting here in the first round, it was Page that landed 2 big straight right hands. But then Douglas Lima got the takedown, and now we're here in round number 2. Pretty even second round so far. Going for a takedown is Page, and he misses. Nice jab down the middle for Page, but he gets caught with an outside leg kick by Lima. 1 minute and 20 seconds. It's pretty close. I would have it. It's pretty close. Round one was debatable. What's up, Richard? If we're just getting here, Page landed 2 big right hands, but then Lima got a takedown about 2 minutes left in the first round, and he controlled Page on the ground ever since. Right kick to the body lands for Lima. Lima being the stalker now. Page backing off just a bit, bouncing on his toes, looking for an opening. Page being a lot more patient. Remember, he got caught in the first fight. Left hook just misses for Lima. Page escapes. Backing off, standing toe-to-toe in the center of the octagon now. Big right hand over the top. Lands for Page. Douglas Lima falls, but he gets back to his feet. Now Page trying to open up here. Under a minute left in the second round. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Both standing toe-to-toe. 30 seconds left here in the second round. Page backing off just a bit. Lima pressing forward still, just stalking. Outside leg kick misses for Lima. The crowd encouraging both fighters to fight. Both in the center of the octagon. Page hands held low. Looking for an opening. Douglas Lima just measuring the distance with the left hand. Doesn't quite let go. 5 seconds left here in the second round. Let's see if anybody throws anything here before the round ends. Spinning back kick misses for Lima. And round number 2 is over. We have one more round, ladies and gentlemen. One more round. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you're just getting here, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. The #1 boxing and commentary and MMA channel on YouTube. Let's get it. For the 71 people here. It was a pretty lackluster second round, toe line, to be quite honest. Both didn't let their hands go at all. Both respecting each other's power. Nice outside leg kick landed for Lima in the second round. He almost caught him with the same straight right hook that knocked him out in the first fight. Toe line. Round number 3 is about to be underway. It was a 1-2 that landed for Page in the second round. That second round could have gone either way, one of the commentators say, and I absolutely agree. Round number 3, last and final round, about to be underway. For the 77 people here, make sure you hit the bell for post notifications, subscribe, hit the thumbs up on the video so we could be the #1 MMA commentary on YouTube. We're growing quite quickly. Lima, Lucas, it's pretty close. You could have it either way. Remember, here we go, round number 3. Remember, they're fighting in the UK, so that benefits MVP as far as you know how MMA politics go. Here we go, round number 3, last and final round between Lima and Page. Page feints a jab. Douglas Lima just pressing forward, not quite extending himself either. It's pretty close, Elijah. I absolutely agree. I would have him up just for throwing more strikes. Lima did control him on the ground in the first round, so it's pretty debatable, so it's tough to say. But we will talk about that shortly. Here we go. Page standing toe-to-toe with Douglas Lima. Page looking to let his hands go, doing his typical thing, hands low. Bouncing in and out, lands a jab and gets away. Lima looking to throw that right leg kick, doesn't quite throw it just yet. Straight right hand misses for Page. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the third round, the last and final round between Lima and Page. Head kick just misses for Page, circling to his left, now to his right. Lima trying to be the stalker, trying to press forward, looking to close the distance. Big left hook lands for Douglas Lima. Page falls to the ground, gets back to his feet. Nice, strong left hook landed for Lima. Best punch of the night for Douglas Lima. Big right hand over the top for Page. And he responds. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the third round. For the 95 people here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up. We're the #1 boxing and MMA commentary channel on YouTube. We're quickly growing, guys. Both standing toe-to-toe, feinting with the jab is Lima. Doesn't quite extend or throw it quite just yet. Snipey in the building. What's up, Snipey, the homie? Welcome back to the stream, my guy. Always showing love is Snipey. How about the before the bell thing, Snipey? I saw you talking trash with them, too. I respect it. Here we go, round number 3. So did I. That guy was a fool. Here we go. Just under 3 minutes left. Just had to show my guy Snipey some love. Here we go. They both almost grapple here. They let go of each other. Both standing toe-to-toe yet again here in the middle of the octagon. Both being very hesitant. If you guys are just getting here, Lima landed probably the biggest punch of the round. Big right hand just misses for Page. Douglas Lima landed a big left hook. Page responded with a straight right hand, and now here we are, 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the third round. Lima trying to press forward, trying to close the distance here. Short jab up the middle, just misses for Page. Overhand right, misses for Douglas Lima. Page is circling to his left, looking for an opening, bouncing on his feet, hands held low. Douglas Lima, on the other hand, goes for a takedown now, has his arms wrapped around the leg, going for a guillotine. Is Page. He doesn't get it, but now there's 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third round, and Page is on the bottom in closed guard. Short left hook over the top, almost lands for Lima, but now he lands a left hook. Double underhooks for Page on the bottom here in closed guard. See if he can work from here. In the first round, he had trouble getting back to his feet. Let's see if he's able to do it in the third round. Yeah, screw that guy sniping. I feel the exact same way. Page getting taken down, double underhooks. Can Page work from here? And this could work decisively for Lima if he's able to control Page on the ground, where he landed a big left hook and now took down Page. Page is going to have to work, in my opinion. Lima on the top here, Page on the ground. Short left hook lands for Lima. Another hammer fist lands for Lima, trying to upkick his Page. Gets Lima back in closed guard, just under a minute left here in the third round. This is a very important minute for both fighters. Could be the deciding factor in the fight. 50 seconds left here in the third round. Douglas Lima on top. Page is trying to work from the bottom. This could work against Page if he's not able to get offensively here. If he's not able to work with Lima on top, trying to free his wrist before throwing some strikes. Page doing a good job of tying him up. Has him in closed guard on the bottom. Just under 30 seconds left here in the third round. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Page on the bottom here. Lima on top. Trying to break from the guard. It looks like it's going to be a stalemate here in the third round, and it's going to go to the scorecards. We'll find out shortly. Lima getting back on his toes. Page just defending here. Short left elbow just misses for Lima. Short right hammer fist lands for Lima. And round number 3 is over. Asif, I might have to agree with you that third round, it's a shame that this fight, as far as being the main event, not going 5. But Douglas Lima landed a takedown in the first round, landed a takedown in the third round, and landed the biggest strike of the third round. I would say Michael Page won that first round, but that second round was pretty standstill. And the first round, yes, Page landed the biggest strikes, but Lima got the takedown and had ground control for almost 2 minutes. It's going to be really, really tough to say. Appreciate that toe line. It's my favorite thing to do. Richard, I might have to agree with you because I don't think Page was offensive enough in the third round. He did land the biggest strikes in the first round, but he was controlled on the ground for about almost 2 minutes straight. Yeah, it should have been 5, Elijah. It's kind of whack. A main event. I don't understand why Bellator wouldn't make it. Even if it's not a title fight in the UFC, they make the main event 5 rounds. So that was a bit strange, right? Only 3 rounds. Yeah, the official decision is about to be underway. I'll let you guys know how they call it. For the 130 people here, thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe button if you haven't already. The official decision is about to be underway shortly, guys. I'll keep you guys updated. It was just unfortunate that it was 3 rounds. If you guys are just getting here, I'll try to break it down as best as I can for you. Also, I made a Dustin Poirier documentary. If you guys could go check that out. I update you guys almost daily or every other day with boxing and MMA news, guys. One of the best channels on YouTube, I must admit myself. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. The official decision will be up next. They're both shaking hands. I wonder if they give Page the decision, whether they'll run it back a third time. I'm not sure, but we're about to find out shortly. Leandro, I think it could go 29-28 either way. I'm going to just be honest with you. It's really tough to call. If you're a person that goes for ground control, you got to give it to Lima. If you're the person that goes for the most significant strikes, you might have to go Page. It's tough to say. They should have made it 5 rounds, man. That was kind of whack that they didn't, but For the guys here, welcome to the stream. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. The thumbs up, the bell for post notification, guys. We have been putting content out like crazy. #1 boxing and MMA commentary channel on YouTube. Guys, we'll be here October 9th. So almost a week from today, a little over a week from today, Fury versus Wilder. We'll be doing a live commentary, and I'll be on earlier when the event starts, not right when when the fight starts like today. I had a couple things going on. I apologize. Here we go. Official decision is about to be underway. We can talk Wilder and Fury afterwards, or anything you guys want to talk, UFC, MMA, or boxing. Here we go. The decision. 29-28 for Lima. Another 29-28 for Page. So split decision. 29-28. Split winner by split decision. And they give it to MVP. The winner by split decision. Very, very debatable. I am 100% sure we're going to hear a lot of talk about this fight. One of the commentators say it was not without controversy, and I absolutely agree. The winner by split decision is MVP. How did you guys have it? Paige, baddest clown in the world. Joseph, what's up, man? I mean, tough call. Tough call. MVP being interviewed as we speak. And he screams, London. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be bothered by this decision, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. A lot of controversy. If you guys are getting here, in the first round, Lima landed a takedown, controlled him on the ground for about 2 minutes, even though Page landed the more significant strikes. In the third round, I believe it was Lima that landed the biggest strike and had a takedown and controlled him on the ground. The second, I think this fight goes down to the second round was up in the air. Who do they give it to? Kwame Hayes, thank you for subscribing. Who do they give it to? The hometown fighter, right? MVP. You could see the disappointment in Douglas Lima's face, and rightfully so. Now, whether they run a trilogy, I think Douglas Lima deserves it, but Page wasn't offensive enough, in my opinion. I'll agree. But he did land the most significant strikes in the fight. He almost got caught with the same punch he got caught with in their first encounter, which is pretty interesting. The announcer asked him, how confident were you in the decision? MVP said, I was confident, to be fair. He said, I make every striker that stands in front of me into a wrestler. And that's what Lima did. Took him down, try to get some ground control time. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. But MVP walks away, or is about to walk away, with the decision win over Douglas Lima. Page says now he wants that blink, so I think he's going to try to call out the title holder for the title. MVP says he is back, guys. Whack Richard, a very tough, unfortunate decision for Lima, I must admit. I mean, that could have went either way. He won by split decision, right? Speaking of MVP, it's just tough. Asif Aslam, thank you so much for being here. We got a ton of content. You could look down the video list. We have a Dustin Poirier documentary. I just covered the Aljamain Sterling calling out or being canceled from UFC 267, where now it appears Corey Sandhagen is going to take his place. We're just updating with boxing news and MMA news. MVP wins the fight, ladies and gentlemen. Who should he fight next? Dan Hooker versus Islam Makhachev, if you guys are UFC fans, also has just been announced. Dan Hooker just fighting less than a month ago. Fought last week, and he's gonna fight again in UFC 267. Tough fight for MVP and Douglas Lima. Could have went either way. Anyways, Lima is one bad dude, but MVP my favorite fighter to watch. He's very entertaining. Toe Line. After watching MVP box his first pro match, made me a super wow. Toe Line, you've been following him since his first boxing match. That's crazy. He's an outstanding striker. I would love to see him go to the UFC eventually, but it was a controversial decision, I must admit. It was very, very, very controversial. They gave it to MVP. I don't know if he'll do. I mean, he wants a title shot, but controversial decision. I'm just a bit upset that it didn't go to 5 rounds. Lima didn't do enough in the first round on the ground, and that's why I would have to give that first round to Page. Now that second round was up in the air, Elijah. Yeah, exactly what you said, Elijah. That second round was very, very close. I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. I think it is real snipey, and I think it was just a shot in the dark for him to see if he can get the fight with Jake Paul. But I don't know. I think what I think is happening. What I think is happening, honestly, I think Anderson Silva might be Jake Paul's next opponent. I don't know that for sure, so I'll keep you guys updated, of course. But if you guys are interested, light heavyweight world Grand Prix tournament semifinals Saturday, October 16th between Bader and Anderson. Ryan Bader versus Anderson. That should be an interesting one. So that's October 16th. October 9th, Fury versus Wilder. We're going to be covering here at this YouTube. So make sure you guys hit the bell for post notifications and subscribe, because we're going to be covering that fight, Wilder versus Fury. I think is going to be a lot more entertaining than people might suspect, in my opinion. But yeah, Snipey, I do think it's real. Guys, welcome to the stream. For the people in the chat, if you guys want to talk a bit fighting before we get out of here, we can definitely do so. Buenas. ¿Quién ganó la pelea? MVP ganó la pelea, Frank Guerrero. Dale el subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe, Frank. Tengo que hablar más español. Falta desempatar ahora. From Beyond, yo creo que sí. Yo creo que tienen que hacer una tercera pelea, en mi opinión. That would be a badass fight. And the reason why I think that's going to happen, Snipey, I mean, who knows what's happening behind the scenes, but Jake Paul gets a lot of criticism for not fighting anyone his own size. Like Tyron Woodley, even though he was an ex-champ, right? A former champion, he's only 5'8", 5'9", where Jake Paul is like 6'1". So if Jake Paul wants to keep gaining credibility, I think his best option, is Silva. And I can't really think of anybody else. I don't think I'm gonna be covering any more fights tonight. What is that on the Game Bread fights? Because if I'm able to, I might. I have a couple things to I might try to. Speaking of horror, let's see what they have on the card tonight. I haven't been following too much with that, to be quite honest. Just looking it up real quick. Jesus, what's up? Should be 5 rounds. That's what I thought, Jesus. Welcome back, Jesus. We're going to be doing Fury versus Wilder this weekend, Jesus, so make sure you're here for that. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, but I might try. Yeah, no, I most likely won't, Snipey. I'll keep you updated. Why shouldn't people be excited for Wilder Fury? It's a fight of the year candidate, as many fans know. Muscle, well, that's the thing. A lot, like, it goes both ways. A lot of people are writing Wilder off because of what happened in the second fight. And I was watching a blogger today, and he was making very good points that we can talk about. I would love to talk about that shortly. He was making very good points of why it's going to be more competitive than a lot of people think. Walker versus Santos tomorrow. I know that's tomorrow. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to cover it because I'll be at the family's house. I'll be at my brother's house spending some time. But after that, we're covering almost every event. We're covering the Fury versus Wilder. I know the end of October, we're going to be covering UFC 267, which I can't wait for. And I've just been putting out content a lot in between. So I'm just having a great time with this channel. We guys we're growing it so fast. So thank you guys. We're at 3,151 subscribers. It's insane, man. MVP is coming UFC. Very nice. It was a decent fight. Lenda, hopefully he does come to the UFC one day. I think that's something he's truly considering. Silva will mop him up. I would love to see that toe line. I would love to see it actually happen. But Muscles from Brussels. What I wanted to say quickly, guys, I know the MVP fight just finished. If you guys are just getting here, just know that the MVP fight is done. MVP won. It was a controversial split decision. Let's talk a little fighting now. Let's have a little fun. I wasn't planning on streaming today, but I'm like, let me try to catch this MVP fight with you guys. And luckily, I was able to do it. The Lima. Hopefully, they run a trilogy. But real quick, Fury versus Wilder. When Wilder got knocked down, let's talk about this real quickly. When Wilder got knocked down, think about it. It almost looks like his legs were gone before before he got put away. It wasn't like a huge punch that Fury landed that wobbled Wilder, or like his legs looked kind of gone, but it wasn't Fury's power that overwhelmed him. It looked like Wilder was fatigued. The whole Sue argument, I don't know about that. Like about, oh, that was heavy on him and he was fatigued before he got in the ring. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. All I can say is that Wilder looked fatigued after like round 2. Remember that fight didn't finish in the first round. But anyways, he looked fatigued after round 2, so to speak. So, but I think Wilder's gonna come with the heat. I'm gonna be doing a prediction video for that. So make sure you guys hit the bell for post notifications. This week coming up, I'll make sure I do a prediction video. But I truly think Wilder's gonna come just new and improved. Whether is he gonna win, I'm not saying that. Fury should absolutely 100% be the favorite. He should be the favorite, absolutely. But I think people are writing off Wilder too much. And that's coming from someone that always says, like, if you're going to bet between any two fighters, bet on the boxer instead of the puncher, right? But I don't know. Have a funny feeling Wilder's going to show himself up. Thanks again, Miller. I'm going to check out that Dustin doc you have. Oh, yeah, you'll love it, Toadline. You'll love it. And I have a new one in the works of Kobe Covington. I can't wait to finish that, so maybe I'll work on that tonight. There's just so much I got to do. Está muerto Okara now tem, Masakiela von MVP so sabe pular. Oh, I think Jefferson is saying that MVP does the same like setup that he always does. Jefferson, welcome to the stream. I speak Spanish. I don't speak Portuguese, but I'm trying my best, Jefferson, to read that. Maybe I should start learning it soon. True, I watched Wilder's recent training clips. He looked very serious with new Chris boxing, no doubt. Muscles, I absolutely agree. 100% agree with you. Now, whether he can exemplify that against Fury, Fury is a masterful boxer. Fury is a masterful boxer. If I think Wilder runs through anybody besides Fury, and maybe Usyk, because Usyk just looked phenomenal in the last fight. He might be pound for pound the best fighter in boxing, and I don't think that's exaggeration. Usyk looked that special with his head movement, with his moving around the ring, his timing punches and getting out the way, lead left straights, lead right hooks. He just did a phenomenal job. He needs to work on his wrestling. MVP does, if that's who you were speaking of. And OG Swank, I would agree, absolutely. Excuses, LL Fury came in huge, Wilder was too light. Well, that's another thing. Do you think the UFC, not the UFC, I'm sorry. Do you think boxing should do something about that, where I think Fury, I think he weighed in at 273, if I'm not mistaken, where Wilder was, I forget. Wilder was like 240 or 230. Wilder Fury weight last fight. It was like something crazy. It was like a 40-pound advantage. 214 pounds for Wilder. Fury weight last fight. If it's 214, that's just insane. Okay, so Wilder 231 pounds, where Fury was 273. That's a 42-pound difference. I mean, look, heavyweight's a heavyweight, but a 42-pound advantage is just insane. That's why maybe they should make another category where it's super heavyweight and heavyweight, like, or something. It said 217, but then I'm looking at another source and it's saying 231, and I think 231 was a right weight, Elijah. Either way, it's still 42 pounds. Might be even more. I think it's just insane. Snipey says, man, Fury is a boxer, Wilder's a puncher. True. I can't see Wilder winning on talent. Just lucky. Exactly, Snipey. And that's why I'm not confident in saying that Wilder would win. But I just think it'll be a lot more competitive. I think a lot of people are overlooking that. Gypsy can win Wilder. Tom, you're probably right. If I had a gun to my head and I had to bet on that fight, I would probably say Fury. Now, I think the odds for Wilder Fury, a win by knockout for Wilder, I think is a plus 300. With a plus 300, I might take that. Training doesn't translate to ring. Jesus, you're absolutely right. 100% right. And that's why I wouldn't bet. Like, that's like saying Ben Simmons is going to shoot the basketball because we see gym clips of him shooting. And that's not necessarily the case. So I agree, Jesus. Yeah, Muscles, I have a funny feeling that something interesting is going to happen, Muscles. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for chatting, by the way. Yeah, Toad Line. I don't know. I feel like they need to do something about that. I truly do. Marcio, MVP ya ganó. Bienvenido al canal. Dale subscribe button. Miller Boss, fantastic channel. Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much, man. I saw that Konoski is gonna face Hellenius again, right? Which that first fight was interesting. That first fight was kind of crazy. I think I put that on one of my top 5 knockouts of like whenever I did that video. I forget. When is that happening? Let me look that up real quick. Because I remember, oh, October 9th. Is that in the undercard? Is that on the undercard or what? Because I need to cover that fight. That Kovnowski versus Hellenius first fight was really good, Jesus. I remember that fight. Kovnowski was like, I think it was a huge underdog and ended up winning the fight. MVP was the winner, Antonio. Chikadze is a monster, man. He's a, I wouldn't even say he's a dark horse. He's getting a lot of respect. And I've been watching a lot of MMA pages that a lot of people are interviewing him. He's doing a lot more appearances on MMA shows and things of that nature because he's gaining a lot of popularity. And rightfully so. Chikadze is just a monster. A complete monster. 14-2. Imagine, look at his resume recently. I mean, he beat Barbosa, right? Just a bit ago, August 28th, right? Cub Swanson, he wins by KO. So his last 3 fights were performances of the night and wins by knockout. Chikadze is a monster, a complete monster. Usyk is a boxing wizard. I hope Wilder takes out Fury, but Fury versus Usyk would be a very special fight. Now, Muscle, I saw Roy Jones talk about this where he said that look, no, I don't want to see Fury versus Usyk because like that's not the best thing for boxing right now because a lot of fans like they just want exciting fights, not tactical fights where that will be a tactical fight. Where he said him personally would love to see that fight. It might not be the best thing for boxing. And I understand where he's coming from. But me as a big boxing fan, that's the fight I want to see too, Muscles from Brussels. That's the exact fight I want to see. Elijah, yeah, bro, same here. He needs to be traded. That man is just completely horrible when it comes to shooting. And then he doesn't want to like play with Embiid. He's almost mad at the organization because he doesn't shoot the ball. It's weird. Wrestler versus Chikadze, rest in peace. If they could get it there though, this guy Chikadze is a force to be reckoned with. Tom, he's a monster. JS, that's a good point. MVP on the ground, all he did was hold the wrist of Douglas Lima to not get punched. You might be right. I would still like to see it, but you're absolutely right. He didn't he doesn't have any kind of ground game or not even like I feel like all right, if you're not going to attack and you're page from there, at least being a striker, you got to like do better at getting back to your feet instead of just holding someone's wrist and staying there. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I agree with you. He needs to do more. By the way, we have a new podcast that the first one we just released. It was like all over the place because we're getting used to it. But next episode of the podcast is going to be on Monday at 7:30ish, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So guys, make sure you guys hit the bell. Thanks from Georgia and respect to you. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm gonna say Vicha or Vicha Jakaya. Either way, thank you for being here. Yeah, Chikadze is a monster. I'm really looking forward to like how his career progresses because he's that good. He's that good. I think he's gonna definitely be I think he's definitely gonna be a big name in the UFC, just like Islam Makhachev with Dan Hooker. That's another fight that's about to happen soon. Where is Chikadze ranked in the rankings right now? Let me look it up real quick. He's number 8. He's number 8. We're Arnold Allen above, Josh Emmett, Calvin Kattar, the Korean Zombie, Yair Rodriguez, Brian Ortega, and Max Holloway, and then Volkanovski. Wow. Volkanovski, man, was slept on for a while, but Volkanovski is just a phenomenal fighter as well, too. I mean, let's see who they give him next. There's been a lot of rumors of him maybe potentially fighting Cejudo, but Cejudo hasn't been VADA tested for about 6 months. He's going to have to, like, maybe do that unless they override that. So, realistically, but we were maybe gonna see the trilogy of him with Holloway, but Holloway is gonna fight Yair about 2 months from now. So that leaves Volkanovski without an opponent. I really don't know who they give him next. It's really tough to say. I'll keep you guys updated. As soon as I know, I'll make a video and you guys will know. I just think Usyk would toy with Wilder, to be honest. So for Usyk to be an interesting fight, he's got to see Fury. I'm even excited to see if Joshua could make any adjustments in the second fight muscles. But it's just gonna be Usyk just looked that special. There's no knock to Joshua. Usyk has just been that special so far. And I think that's why he's been slept on. That's why he won the fight decisively. And the second fight, the rematch, might just go exactly the same way. Credit to Joshua, where he has lost a fight and then recomposed himself and won a rematch. But I think Ruiz and Usyk are two different animals. Wiz, Miller, you gangster. Thank you so much, Tom. Who you got in Lewis versus Dawkins? Lewis is gonna have to really bounce back after being completely dominated in his own hometown against Cyril Gane. Dawkins is a force to be reckoned with as well, though, and it's just Lewis with his skill set. He really banks on one thing, and if Dawkins could just do the same thing Gane did as far as timing him and just, staying away from that right hand. Everybody knew Lewis only had power, but he always found a way to land that punch. But after getting caught the way he did against Gane, and, I don't know. I wonder how much that affects him mentally as far as like being outclassed. Maybe he goes back to the drawing board and we see something different from him or him reinventing himself. But it's going to be really tough. It's going to be really tough to call. Might have to go Dawkins on that fight. Let me see if I catch up. Elijah, where you from, bro? You're a Sixers fan. Are you from Philadelphia? MVP should follow through after he knocks people down to the ground. When they fall, start acting on the ground. Yeah, like even try to fight from top position and maybe try to pass the guard, something when he landed on Lima fell about 3 times in that fight, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 3, maybe 2, but I think it was 3. And then Page kind of he almost lands and he sees that Lima is not out cold, so he'll kind of back up and try to strike again. But you're right, maybe he should be more aggressive. Maybe he was hesitant because of the way he got knocked out against Lima. Who knows? JP, welcome to the stream, my guy. Welcome back, my guy. Alexander needs to move up. And I saw a few interviews with him, and it appears he might be considering it. I'm originally from Jersey as well, Elijah. I'm from Newark, New Jersey. That's where I was born. Went to school in Elizabeth. Alexander needs to move up. I agree, Jesus. My prediction, Volkanovski versus Ortega. Volkanovski win and Lawler win. Diaz, Miller, ball. I do remember, Tom. I do remember. You called it. You called it. I do remember, Tom. Only Holloway with Volkanovski, but with Holloway having a fight in 2 months, I don't know if that's gonna happen. They might throw him Cejudo, or what if he just goes up in weight and fights someone else? I don't know. It's a shame that Aljamain Sterling is not gonna fight Piotr Jan. I really wanted to see that fight as well. I know off subject, but you talk so good. You should start a second channel and talk about current crime cases. Those guys get crazy views, and I love. Toadline, do me a favor or just tell me right now, or you can message me, whatever you want, or write on another comment on another video. But let me know, send me some channel names, and I'll look them up, because that'll be fun to look into. I would definitely look into it, Toadline. Thank you for the compliment as well too. Do you think Nick Diaz only fought for the paycheck? Well, JS, that's a tough question, because Nate Diaz, he's a tough person to read. He said, I don't know how this fight got made. This fight should have never got made. But then he's fighting. He looks like he doesn't want to be there, but nobody put a gun to his head. People are talking about him potentially fighting again. Oh, you're right over the bridge, bro, Elijah. You're not far from me. You're not far from me at all, bro. You're literally over the bridge. I'm not far from you at all. Yeah, I'm not sure as far as Nick Diaz, but he's 38 years old. His heart doesn't look in it. I don't know what's next for Diaz, but he's just a tough book to read, in my opinion. Anytime, Tom. Glover is fighting soon as well, too, versus the Polish Power. Who wins? I'm going to have to go with Jan Blachowicz. Jan Blachowicz looked pretty damn good against Adesanya. Granted, Adesanya is a smaller man, but I like what I'm seeing from Jan Blachowicz as far as his calculated striking. Glover's good, but I don't think he's going to strike as good as Jan, and I think Jan is going to do a good job of keeping that fight standing. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Blachowicz. Yeah, Tolan, please do, man. I'm always open to suggestions. Jan destroyed Sanhagen. He might destroy Sanhagen. It'll be weird if Sanhagen wins and then he faces Aljo again. But hopefully we see the Piotr Jan versus Aljamain Sterling. The whole neck injury thing is just, I don't know, like what's it called? Is who knows if it's true? Who knows if, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just tough to say whether there's any validity to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really tough to say. But by the way, guys, also too, real quick, there's a lot of things coming up, man. Wilder versus Fury next weekend. Wilder versus Fury. We got UFC 267, which I truly can't wait for. That's coming up soon. I actually talked about the Aljamain Sterling thing as well too on this video. I'll just put it in the chat real quick. But there it is. In case anybody's interested, you can watch it later. Also, guys, probably my best work to date. Hopefully I can make a lot more of. I'm working on one on Colby Covington, which I think you guys are gonna enjoy a good deal. But the this fight is right here. Sorry guys, I just want to post it real quick in case you guys are interested. And there's that. Okay. Bro, Hiri, bro. He's getting a lot of recognition. Joe Ray. He's getting a lot of recognition. And he deserves it. Bro, that guy. I mean, he's gonna have to, like, he's gonna have to earn the fight. Not saying he's not good enough. I'm just saying he's getting a lot of recognition. And I mean, he's right there. He's ranked number 2. So that guy's a problem. That guy's a problem. I don't know, man. It's tough. Who will I go with that? I might have to make a prediction when they do fight, because they're probably gonna cross paths soon. I think. I really do think that. That's a tough one. Who do you have for that one? I think Nick took the fight with Lawler for the money. Didn't he owe $75K? JP, I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I heard rumors of that, but I'm sure with Nate making the money he makes, I really don't know why he took the fight. And I know as a YouTuber, I should at least have some kind of suggestion. I almost feel like I will always have an opinion or a thought on almost everybody except Nick Diaz, bro. He's so hard to read, bro. I really don't know. I don't know. Question, did he quit? A lot of people were accusing him of quitting in that fight when he got caught by Lawler, but you guys tell me. Don't sleep on Glover. He's been really good at head movement since. Yeah, he has. It's just, even though, remember what he did to Anthony Smith and stuff, like, I feel like speed and power is going to play a factor, and I think Jan just edges him in both of those categories quite significantly. And that's why I would have to go with Blachowicz. But Glover, man, like, and what is Glover, like 40 years old, 41? Like, he's up there in age. The fight already concluded, Derek Bird. Yeah, Leah McCourt won. I think she won a unanimous decision, won all 3 rounds. Well, Chandler already faced Oliveira. I don't know exactly who they're gonna give that fight to, as far as the winner between Oliveira and Poirier, but Neil Dariush is ranked number 3. He's right around there. Islam Makhachev versus Dan Hooker. If Makhachev gets past Hooker, or if Hooker gets past Makhachev, which I don't think is going to happen, of course. I think, of course, Islam is a favorite, but it all comes down to scheduling. The good thing for Gaethje and Chandler is that they're fighting on that card, I believe. So the UFC, they don't always go with the ranks. They do for the most part, but a lot of times is what's the bigger money fight. So what's that, in November? Oh, man, I can't wait for that, bro. So it's Gaethje versus Chandler. Yeah, no. So Gaethje versus Chandler is on the UFC 268 card with Usman and Covington. But I think it'll be announced quite soon. Like, a Poirier and Oliveira. So, You never know. Benil might sneak his way in there. Mahashev might sneak his way in there. Not guaranteed, man. It's not guaranteed. I got hearing, bro. Joe, I'm not mad at that, bro. He's that good. He really is. I guess from a financial point of view, they are pushing the. Yeah, Samir, I wouldn't dispute that at all. I think that might be the smart thing to do. Of course, MVP said he wanted a title fight, but they might run it back again. I wouldn't be surprised, especially being a controversial split decision. Could have went either way. I'm sure Lima's gonna make his voice heard and say, you know what? I thought I won that fight. I took him down in the first round and controlled him for 2 minutes, even though he didn't land big strikes. But anyways, then in the third round, he landed a big left hook and took him down. That fight could have went either way, and that's why it was a split decision. It was 2-1 split decision. It just went to MVP, and that's probably because he's in his hometown, right? Like, any MMA fan will admit, I think any wise one will admit, you're fighting in someone's hometown and it's close. It's probably gonna go to the hometown favorite, right? Gaethje win Chandler and Gaethje wins. I think Gaethje has phenomenal striking skills. I think he'll put it on Chandler as well too. The winner of Oliveira versus Poirier. Who do you have between Oliveira versus Poirier, Jesus? Who wins? MVP can't have a chance with Gaethje. Oh, no, absolutely not, Samir. Not right now, so to speak. Makhachev school Khabib future champion. Makhachev is under Khabib's tutelage. He's his protege, so to speak, Tom. And this is an interesting way people are describing. This is an interesting way people are describing Islam or comparing Islam to Khabib. They're saying Makhachev has better striking skills. So Makhachev has better striking skills. He's a southpaw, right? He's just a little more polished striking. But Khabib is better in the ground control game and like the ground time control and pressure and striking and just overall dominance as far as like being overwhelming on the ground. So it's going to be really interesting to see. And remember, Islam is still developing. I think Khabib was one of the greatest champions of all time. Whether Islam could like be the new face of Dagestan, he sort of is already. Whether he's gonna be as dominant, it's gonna be interesting to see. With a lot of new names coming up like Dariush, Gaethje. Gaethje's been around, but you know what I mean. Like Oliveira, if he's able to fight him. I wonder how Islam does in these fights, and I'm intrigued. I would love to see these fights. Ikmel is his name. Oh, Tolan. I'm gonna take a picture of that real quick, okay? I just did right now, and I'll look it up. And any suggestions, always hit me up, bro. Always let me know. Always respond to anybody that writes to me if I catch it, and I think I always do. From what I'm seeing, MVP won. He won a 2-1 split decision, but it was very debatable. I know, but I'm really hoping Glover takes it. I feel you. He's been through a lot. He's up there in age too. And this is his last shot for sure. It is. And that's what makes it rough. And he beat both Smith and Santos. He did. I think he's very motivated for that. He has to be. It might be his last shot. He's been around and, you know, he deserves all the credit he's been getting. He's been getting a lot of respect from fighters and analysts and things of that nature. I just think Jan is, I hate to say it, I think Jan is just a bit better than him as far as striking wise. And that's going to be the deciding factor, in my opinion. If I'm wrong, that'll be great. I would love to be wrong. But Lima was robbed, Mr. X and Sleeper. It was close. It could have went either way. I'm not mad at people that are saying it was robbed because it was heavily debatable. MVP the best. He needs a chance in the UFC. Nobody more entertaining. I would love to see him in the UFC. I would, but is he up to par skill set wise to every other fighter out there in the UFC rankings? Like how would he fare with, you know, the top 10 in the UFC? It's close. Poirier wins. Poirier versus Oliveira. Poirier is just a seasoned veteran, man. He's so good. And I think he could outwork Oliveira. I truly do think so. Tyson Fury is going to smash Wilder's pillow face in again. It could be Londoner. Welcome to the stream. By the way, guys, everybody that's here, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up. We'll be here this next weekend for Fury versus Wilder. We'll be here for UFC 267. We come out with videos literally all the time, at least once or twice a week. We've grown this channel from like 300 subscribers to over 3,200 or almost 3,200 in like a matter of months. since we started covering fighting, and it's been phenomenal. Islam is nowhere near Khabib at all. Islam got knocked out by an unranked, almost choked against a nobody in Chris Wade. He did. That was a long time ago, though, Brussels. That was a long time ago. If I had to come to Islam's defense, how long ago was that? Unless I'm tripping, I remember seeing that knockout. I know he's 20-1. He's won 8 times in a row. So how long ago was that? That was October 3rd, 2015 on the UFC 192 Cormier versus Gustafsson card. Long time ago. I'm just saying he's a new man in my opinion. Ya acabó la luta, M10, San. Sí, MVP ganó. Poirier win, Oliveira. Poirier's domination. Oh, yeah. He's a very dominant fighter in his last 4 fights. Absolutely. Mr. X says you're a Londoner. You're biased. But I don't know if he's gonna be able to live up to his name though, Muscles. That I will. It's still up. It's still like remains to be seen. It's gonna be tough. MVP versus Wonder Boy. Might go Wonder Boy. I have to go Thompson. I might have to go Thompson. Might have to go Thompson. Give me 1 second, guys. My computer's just tripping. It's not. This is not loading for me. Sorry, guys. Give me 2 seconds. But welcome to the stream, guys. I truly appreciate you guys being here. I truly do. Steeler Nation in the building. Always showing love. Bro, how about the Lomachenko versus Teofimo? Teofimo being scared, supposedly, and us going back and forth about it. People get really mad about that. But I understand because Teofimo's a phenomenal fighter. Please comment on UFC fighter pay. Dana avoids the topic and has contract clauses to keep fighters from talking. Few fighters get paid what they are worth. I will comment on that shortly. There was a interview that came out recently of Dana White speaking of fighter pay, and I thought he made it quite interesting on how he defended fighter, like the reason why they get paid what they get paid and how it's been improving. It's interesting. Still, let me touch base with you on that. Let me catch up a little bit with the chat, and I will touch base with you. Lo robaron M10, sí, parece que sí. John Jones is the GOAT, but he's done. Getting in trouble in Vegas again, man. He was only in Vegas for 12 hours. His fight against Gustafsson gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. And what does he do? Gets locked up. You gotta love it. Did I miss anything? Somebody asked. Just catching up. Give me 1 second. Could have sworn someone asked me something earlier that I missed. Just catching up. MVP. Best he needs a chance. Yep. I'm reading that. Wilder KO's Fury and Ngannou. Boxing show. Welcome to the stream, man. Oh, the Daniel Rodriguez, bro. He beat Mike Perry, right? And I think he's been on like a few fight winning streak. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Bro, Beast. Where is it? Yeah, give me 1 second. Here we go. Yeah, beats Mike Perry. Beat Kevin Lee, unanimous decision. And Parsons. What is he? 16-2? Daniel Rodriguez. I think he's ranked like number 15th or something like that. I think he could make a name for himself as far as striking wise. Not too bad. He's young. He I would just say keep building him up. Let me see where he's ranked in the UFC ranking. I think he's like 15 or. Give me 1 second. I would love to interview him one day. Yeah, he's just made the rankings at number 15, so he's making his way up there. The welterweight division too. Like if Colby doesn't beat Usman, I don't know who Usman loses to. It would be nice to see fresh faces make their way up the rankings. I think Usman beats Covington. He already beat Burns. He beats Edwards. Hopefully we finally get to see that fight for the title. Luque is making a name for himself again. Wonder Boy, of course, he beats him. Masvidal already beat him. Like, hopefully Daniel Rodriguez makes a name for himself. If I miss your message, either write it again or like just to say like, yo, you missed my message. Like I'm okay with that because I'm really bad at reading sometimes. Mackenzie Dern is making. She was a IBJJF champ. I remember she was making a name when I was doing jujitsu a lot for herself in jujitsu, and look at her now. Oh, S. Smith, Patty Pimblett, PP. Smith, I think he has a lot to work on. I truly do. If you've seen his punches, the way he was like punching, he was punching like this. Like straight punches always work better than wide punches. I mean he's gonna be entertaining for sure, but um I think he has a lot to work on, and he could be overhyped at the moment. He'll be great for the UFC as far as entertainment wise, because a lot of times in the UFC you don't have to be the best to get big fights and get money, right? So this thing is gonna take some time. Joe Ray, yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully he makes a name for himself, Joe. Usman has a much better resume than Khabib. I don't know about that. Khabib beat some notable names as well too. Let's just look down the list. Gaethje, Poirier, McGregor, Iaquinta, Barbosa, Michael Johnson, RDA. Granted, his first couple of fights are people that say they're nobodies, but when he started making when he started getting going towards the title, and I don't know, man, Usman beat Masvidal. Masvidal's good, he really is, but um, opponent wise, Usman is he beat Burns. Burns is a bit small for the division. He beat Masvidal twice. He beat Kobe. Kobe's a good fighter. I can't wait for the rematch. He beat Woodley, but you know they call him the frozen one. Even though that fight he wasn't necessarily frozen, right? RDA, Damian Maya. I don't know if you can say that Usman has a better resume than Khabib. That might be a stretch. I'm sorry. Somebody else has MVP versus Wonderboy. It's tough to say. Tough to say. Wonderboy is so like unorthodox in a sense. So just trying to catch up, guys, with the chat here. Let me see what I've missed and what I can catch up with. JP, did you see that? I guess I saw that interview on the Mac Life, I think, JP. So thank you for bringing it up. That was a very interesting interview, and I like the way Dana White expressed himself. I know that fighters should probably get paid a little more, but remember, they're running a business. They're doing the whole camera crew, production, opening offices, and fighting places in other countries. Like, I'm sure they have a lot of expenses, of a lot of employees. That doesn't mean rob fighters. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, it's tough for a fighter, but the top fighters, they get paid pretty decently. I don't know. Like, I'll admit, JP, Dana White somewhat is convincing me to say, you know what? Maybe fighters should get paid more, but maybe it's not as bad as some people are making it out to be. Let's talk about it. But that's just the way. Give me 1 second, guys. It's just I want to make sure the wifey's okay. Babe, Jericho. I wanted to make sure the wifey was okay because she was trying to put the baby down, and I just want to make sure she's good. I know I have like a bunch of people in here, but wifey first, right? Treat your significant other right. But I'll make sure I keep catching up with chat while Tank beats Haney and Tail. Look, Smith, Tank before, and Jesus, I'll answer you in Londoner. I'm sorry. We could talk boxing too. I'm gonna admit I wasn't a huge believer in Tank, but he just has an explosiveness, and he has good boxing skills. He gets caught quite a bit, but I think he can hurt someone more than I think. I think no matter who he fights against, he hurts them. He's always going to have that advantage in speed and power coming into the fight. Now, he's only like 5'5", right? He's small, and he's having a tough time making weight. So if he goes up in weight, he's going to have a tough time as far as range-wise. But I'm a believer in Tank now, man. I'll admit. Islam only left hooks and ankle picks. He's going to get that counter possibly already against Hooker. Bro, if Hooker could win that fight, Muscle, especially after like fighting just a week ago, he's going to make a name for himself. I made a video about that literally yesterday, I think. Tail beats Haney and Tank. We'll love to see. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one with Tail, with Tank and Teofimo. I think he beats Haney though. I do. With Tank might be a little more of a problem. But even though Haney's good defensively, Haney's just punching power is not all the way there. I think Teofimo blows him out the water there, and they're pretty similar in boxing skill. That's why. And then Teo being a good counter puncher, I think he could hurt Haney. Absolutely. But I think Tank could hurt either fighter. So it makes sense that UFC doesn't pay one fighter 50 million, but instead invest money on company and events. Exactly, Jesus. He kind of swayed me. I'm not gonna lie. He kind of swayed my opinion just a bit. I'll be completely honest. I'll be 100% honest. He swayed me just a bit. MVP and Amanda Nunes. MVP will be trembling his legs when he sees Lima in front again. I hope they run it back. But what you said, Jesus, look, let's talk about it. But he kind of swayed me a bit. Look, Leon, Will Rider 3000, thank you for subscribing. By the way, my guy. Thank you so much for subscribing. Truly appreciate you being here. Truly do. Bilal Muhammad being ranked number 9 fighter. It might be it's just like to consider that fight right now. I think Leon is not going to settle for anything less than a main event title fight. You know what I mean? So, but I think he could go 5. Yeah, might possibly win. Yeah, Patty Pimblett has a lot to improve on, but I think he'll be good for the UFC if he's able to win. Will Ryder, thank you for subscribing. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We're almost at 3,200. It makes sense. The UFC doesn't pay one fighter. Yep. Jesus, I 100% agree. Did I miss anything? I'm trying to catch up with chat here. I want to make sure I read all your guys' messages. Worst haircut I've ever seen in the UFC. Bro, you might not be wrong, bro. You might not be wrong. Michael Johnson's record is like 20. Michael Johnson's record is like 20 and 18. But he's still a good fighter. He's still a good fighter in a sense. It is. But it's like Masvidal, right? I think Masvidal is pretty dangerous and his record is ridiculous. Usman starched him for sure, Matthew Thompson. That was a crazy straight right hand down the middle, man. Down the pike. Khabib lost one. That's what I'm saying, like Joe Crack. Like, say what you want about Khabib. In the era of his dominance, if you guys disagree, by the way, this is a channel where we discuss fighting. You could literally say, look, your take is stupid to me. And I'll be like, let's debate it. And that's what I love about this channel, that we all talk fighting and we have a great time. But speaking of Khabib, in his dominance, like his era of dominance, he wasn't losing he wasn't losing a few seconds of a round. Like, he was that dominant. That's all I'm saying. He was that overwhelmingly dominant. Mason. Yep. Jesus. Khabib just fought 3 elite opponents. He hasn't lost a round ever since he was like close to that title. All right, look, Michael Johnson, yeah, bad record. Okay, but Essen Barbosa was a monster at that time. That was in 2017. I akin to another monster, McGregor. At that time, you know, McGregor, yeah, that's tough. Poirier, look what Poirier is doing now. It goes to show that, like, when Khabib was in the division, I don't think nobody was going to beat him anytime soon. It sucks that his career ended pretty soon, but you know what I mean? I might just change the title of this stream to, like, Before the Bell podcast episode 2, because we're getting a lot of love here. So thank you guys for being here. Masvidal and Nate Diaz, old school fighters, no messing. Yeah. Well, somebody had made an interesting point. I don't know if it was on the Joe Rogan podcast that he was talking about it, but somebody basically said, if there was no time limit in MMA, or like in a fight that Diaz has to fight, he probably would never lose, because like the longer the fight goes, the more it always benefits Diaz. He loses to the time, like, you know, to the time of a fight, so to speak. What if Kobe beats Usman round 2? Will everyone feel the same? Matthew, that's a great point. And Matthew. Guys, let me know in the chat. This is a question I truly want to ask you guys. What you guys think? I'm catching up with chat, so like I know I'm taking a while. Who do you want to win, chat? Usman or Covington? What's better for the UFC and for fighting? For Usman to win or for Covington to win? By the way, I'm working on a little video you guys are gonna love. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. And I don't think people might feel the same. That's the thing. Usman is a loss away from people thinking differently. Now, Usman might not lose. That's the thing. Yeah, like they can't do that all the time, Jesus. And if you want to make the money, you got to like really, climb up the rankings. It's tough because, you could gamble on yourself and never really make it. But what other organization is paying fighters better than the UFC? In MMA, boxing people get paid a lot, but the way that Dana White, he said every boxing event is what did he call it? A closing, going out of business event. And that's why they get paid that much. You know what I mean? It's almost like, yeah, we're gonna pay one fighter, like the Canelo will make like 30 million, but what other boxers are making like good money? You know what I mean? It's almost the same thing. Khabib versus Ferguson would have been a great fight. I wish that's one of the maybe a video needs to be made about the top 10 fights or the top 5 fights that never happened. That would probably be on top of the list, the Khabib versus Ferguson, because Ferguson at that time was the only one that really posed a big threat to Khabib, to most fans' opinion. Yeah, they fought already. MVP won by split decision. Notorious. Welcome to the stream. That's the thing, Joe Crack. It's not only that he won, but how he won, Joe Crack. Crack, I'm gonna have to agree with you here, man. If anybody could explain to me or bring a good position of why Khabib wasn't the most dominant champion or more dominant than Usman, so to speak, please let me know. Catching over here. John Jones treats his wife really good. JP is a savage. MVP is a clear loser. It was debatable, Arjun. It was debatable. How would you see Callum Smith at cruiserweight? I don't think he'll do too bad. He just came off a knockout, right? What was it? The Castillo? Which was a crazy. Am I tripping? No, yeah, it was Castillo. It was like last week. I covered the fight. I think he only has one loss, and that's to Alvarez. Like to, of course, Canelo. So I think he'll do okay in that weight class. How tall is he? He's light heavy, 31 years old, 78-inch reach. I think he'll do okay. How about Usyk climbing from Bellator is fake? I can't believe their main event was 3 rounds. Come on, Bellator. You pack out a stadium on a Friday when there's no UFC events. Give me 5 rounds. You give me 5 rounds and a lot of people are going to be happy. Who knows how that fight turns out? Maybe it would have benefited more for Lima to go I think one of the fighters, I think it was it Lima that only wanted 3 rounds? If anybody could look that up, but I know it was something weird. Kobe is getting battered and will run from the ring crying again. I don't know. One thing I will say is that Kobe's a good fighter, but both are great fighters, but Usman does have that power advantage and that can't be overlooked. Usman might, just the same way he did with Masvidal, just make a couple little strategic adjustments and put Kobe out for good in that fight. Tough to say. Who pays, who says? Canelo versus Plant. Who you got? Bro, how about that whole scuffle? I gotta go with Canelo there. Plant is a good fighter. I don't know if he's offensive enough to win a decisive fight against Canelo, in my opinion. Was that the CompuBox numbers, Jason? 17 punches? That's horrible if that's the case. UFC is growing and boxing is just all over the place, not settled. That's why I'll vote. Trust me, I grew up on boxing. Babe, I saw your message. What's it called? What was I saying? Sorry, I just want to make sure the wifey was good. The 20 from Von Blue. Wait, the notification should come up soon. Hold on. Should come up right here. Hold on. A quick commercial break. Maybe Von Blue, we have to get this guy in a call soon, by the way, too. Okay, notification. You're taking kind of long.
Merry Christmas to me.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Merry Christmas to me.
The man, the myth, the legend, Von Blue. What up, my guy? What up? Thank you so much for the $20 donation. You're insane, bro. Look at all the people we got here, bro. This is like an hour after the fight because a lot of people are just enjoying talking fighting. We're going back and forth. We're talking Teofimo Lopez, Tank, Haney, boxing compared to UFC, fighter pay. I'm trying to catch up with chat as quickly as possible. It should be Tail versus Haney next for Undisputed. Tail's having enough trouble with the Cambosos fight as far as like setting that up, which is crazy. MVP 1, 1, and 2. I think the second round is what it comes down to, Sebastian. The first round, I think MVP won it clearly, landing the 2 big right hands. But Lima also controlled him on the ground. But still, I'll give round 1 to Page. Round 2 was up in the air for me. Round 3, Lima, I think you got to give it to him because he landed the big left hook and then controlled him on the ground for 2 minutes straight. Will get watched if we rematch Loma. Von Blue, what do you think about that? Who wins in a rematch between Teofimo or Lomachenko? I need to hear from Von Blue, man. Loma tried to put it on Teo in the later rounds and was still bested. He was still bested. He waited a bit too long, and that's his fault, not Lopez. I still think he deserves a rematch. Remember, Lomachenko took less pay just for that fight to happen between Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko. Took less pay. Teofimo being the challenger, he gave him the shot. Like, come on, man. In my opinion, Khabib retired because of Usman. I think there's no validity to that. Gemini, I'm sorry. If anyone can beat Usman, it's Covington. And if it doesn't happen, I don't know where do we go from here. People say probably Colby. Let's see. Usman devastated Colby. Usman, Nigerian horse. He's a monster, Tom. Monster. Usman, my brain says, but for the excitement, it has to be Colby. Yeah, like for there to be a lot of like tension in the UFC, welterweight division and all that, it would be pretty crazy if he won. Who won? MVP won split decision. They only make a few thousand, Jesus. Very, very low. Rashad, thank you so much for subscribing, my guy. Thank you. 20 from Von Blue, man. My freaking guy. Let me see what Von Blue. Yes, sir. He just says, yes, sir. The man, the myth, the legend. Connor before the floor. Guys, by the way, too, and even if he doesn't donate, even if he would have said what's up, I say it every stream. Von Blue, when it comes to boxing, is holding it down on this channel, guys. Holding it down. Von Blue does a great job with predictions and things of that nature on his channel. And, you know, he's at 90 subscribers, so he's 10 away from 100. So help him get there. He's almost there. A plan gonna shock the world. Usyk shocked the world in a sense, even though I think any boxing fan that follows the sport knows that Usyk was a better boxer from the jump. Anytime, I think Von Blue, I saw your prediction too. I think you went Anthony Joshua, just like I did in a sense, where a lot of people just thought that Joshua was a bit too big for me, you know, moving up from cruiserweight. But as far as being a boxer, I think most people knew Usyk was a better boxer. Now, did a lot of casuals know he was that good? Absolutely not. Usyk was just phenomenal that night. Phenomenal. His head movement, his slipping punches and countering with the left straight, and then lead right hooks, left hooks to the body, took Joshua's punches quite well, even though Joshua never really put his punches together. He would land a big shot and never really follow up. So, you know, it's tough to say. Conor before the Floyd fight versus Khabib. That would have been interesting to see, Elijah. Conor, when he surfaced to the, you know, to the masses as far as the UFC, he was so electrifying. It just sucks that. Speaking of Conor McGregor, real quick, just I don't mean to like jump from topic to topic, but we're having a lot of fun going all over the place. Conor McGregor, when he was Mystic Mac, when he predicted what he would do to Jose Aldo, when he talked trash to Chad Mendes and all these other fighters, he was even though he was talking trash, it was exciting. I almost feel like now he goes below the belt like he always did, but I don't know how to put it. It's just like your wife's in my DMs. It's like you just lost. You know what I mean? Like his trash talking, not only because he's losing, it doesn't hold that much weight. He's not that funny anymore. He's not that like. There's just something missing. I don't know what it is. If you guys could put a name to it, let me know. But there's something missing about Conor McGregor's trash talking where it's not hitting home. Is it him just losing? I don't know. You guys tell me in the chat, in the comments. But I really don't know what it is, but it's just not the same. It might just be him losing. Khabib is not a fan favorite, but Khabib is a go at one. That's what I'm saying, Steeler. I'm not a fan. Respect on his ground control. I'm just saying he wasn't losing a round. He wasn't losing more than a minute in any of his fights. It's crazy. Canelo looks, he does. Canelo's timing, and how about the way he slipped Plant smack? Like, Canelo does look that dominant, Londoner. I just have to admit. He looks that phenomenal. MMA is killing boxing, to be honest. I I grew up on boxing. Joe Ray. I feel the exact same way. But since I got into MMA, I can't watch boxing anymore. I can still watch boxing for the big fights. I can even watch a relatively good fight of boxing. I don't care who it is. If it's a good fight, I'll watch it. But Joe, I grew up watching Tito Trinidad, you know, like the Puerto Rican boxer. Then Miguel Cotto, the Roy Joneses, you know, the Tarvers, Jermaine Taylors, the list goes on. Pernell Whitaker, one of my favorite boxers of all time. For boxing to be what it is now, it literally progressively went downhill for a long time. Ryan Garcia is a troll like 6'9". I used to defend Ryan Garcia a lot, Gemini, but for him to not fight Tank after calling him out, saying that, oh, he's going to fight Pacquiao, then he doesn't fight Pacquiao, then he says he's struggling with anxiety, but then he makes fun of Tank Davis, even though he's not fighting Tank Davis. He's just all over the place. At this point, I just want to see him in the ring. Tyron Woodley is a fool for getting that tattoo. I don't think for him to get the tattoo and not get the fight, like, why? You know, I think Plant has that movement. It's just, he could emulate Floyd's style the best, but I think Canelo's a very different fighter from when he fought Floyd. But yeah, the scuffle makes him look weak, but I won't rule out an upset. Oh, look, if Canelo gets upsetted, that might be good for for boxing, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. That's what I'm saying, Jesus. A lot of people talking about UFC fighter pay, but if you're not one of the top fighters like in the world, you're not getting paid well in any fight sports or organization. I think Bellator does do a good job. I think I would have to look up the numbers. JT, to your question, I trying to be as quick as possible because I love answering all your guys' questions. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell for post notifications. We'll be here for Fury Wilder. And we'll be here for UFC 267. We'll be here for a lot. To your question, JT, I made a video about it. It's like a minute, 2 minutes long. But if you want me just to tell you quickly, he's not a true champion to me, so to speak, to winning from disqualification. I mean, he won. You can say that, JT. But for him to say, I want to beat this Muppet head up, I should be back October, and now he's not back. Then he pulls out like less than a month before. It's just, it's really tough to like him. Maybe it's just unfortunate the turn of events. He was losing to Petr Yan and to Piotr Yan, and he did admit it, so to speak. But it's just really tough to like him as a person right now, just because of how he was carrying the title. He said he was trolling. I don't want to dislike the guy, and I don't. And maybe with a conversation with him, he's probably a great guy, but just the way he carried himself in a series of events afterwards is a bit strange. But I think he's a really good fighter. That's the thing. He took out Sandhagen round 1, and he was on a tear. I think he's a really good fighter, and he trains with Morab, I believe. So I just want to see him in the octagon, but maybe the neck injury is that serious. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, man. Simple. Thank you for subscribing, my guy. Thank you. MVP and Gregor, the two are both actors and not fighters. M10, I would like to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Oh, why are you trying to clown Canelo when there's a promotion who pays a fighter? Yeah, it's not the Canelo's fault, Sinful. That I will agree with. But at the same time, it's like, I'm just saying, a lot of people that complain about fighter pay, they really, the grass really isn't greener on any other side, in my opinion, you know? Conor lost a lot of fans. I think he's just been doing weird stuff too much, from beating up the old guy, from losing consecutively and not taking the loss like a man. He's just been all over the place. I thought AJ would be too big and strong going off Usyk performance. Me too, against Chisora, but he stepped up. I saw the Derek Chisora fight, and Usyk looked well, but Usyk, I think, just looked phenomenal in that fight, I would say. How about Clarissa Shields beating up Jake Paul? What's up, that boy Chance? She locked in a second MMA fight. I forget exactly when it is. Clarissa, I saw. Guys, thank you all for being here, by the way. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're almost at 3,200. And we'll be here for Fury Wilder. Make sure you're here, so hit the bell for post notifications. October 27th. She's fighting a fighter that's like 2-0. I think she's doing it right by like fighting not the best right now in MMA, and she's just trying something different. I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it. The Olympian, gold medalist. So, but will she beat Jake Paul? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. Jake Paul is like 6'1". If they're at a catch weight, maybe. Maybe. Before, did I miss anything? I think so. I'm trying to read every message, guys. So thank you for being here. It's really fun talking about fighting. This is what we do, and I'm making more videos. I'm gonna try to add a little more comedy to my videos and stuff. I'm so like right now I'm so comfortable talking to you guys, like back and forth, laughing, having a good time. That when I record a video, I'm like, welcome back to the channel, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like Rashid Jude, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'm like, welcome back to the channel. And I'm like a little bit stagnant. I'm gonna work on that, but we're improving the channel. Connor have funny, witty comebacks. Exactly. Now his comebacks are your wife, is your husband. We need the, I like to take this time to apologize. Yes, Sinful. I absolutely agree. He was a bit more humorous than he is now. Now he's just like, he just looks like he's angry, in my opinion. He's a sporting icon of a generation. She's a monster, that boy. She's a monster. Do you think she can beat Amanda Nunes in what? In an MMA fight or a boxing fight? Who you got in Wilder versus Fury fight? That's the one prediction I will not give you guys right now, Londoner. I'm sorry. Let's just say I'm going to make a video of it soon. It'll be up next week. I want to just wait it off, Londoner, but I promise I'll make it. Blood Diamond will be Usman. Hasn't even debuted yet. And Navajo Sterling, future light heavyweight. Navajo Sterling hasn't even signed. Also, Dan, third round TKO. I saw you say that, Ryder. I saw you say that the third round guillotine for Dan Hooker. I don't know about that, my guy. I don't know about that, my guy. Blood Diamond will be Usman. I don't know, brother. I don't know, brother. Maybe Leon beats Usman. Who knows? Yeah, Rashid. Thank you again. How do you make a witch itch take away her W, Rashid? Welcome, welcome. Is the fight over? It is. 2-1 split decision victory for MVP. John Jones got himself in jail to avoid Ngannou. I don't know how John Jones will do against Ngannou. It just sucks because I thought John Jones was a lot older. He's only like 34, man. He's like a year older than Adesanya, but the man can't stay out of trouble. I knew Usyk would best AJ. Interesting. I told anyone who listened, they all laughed. No, the only way I had Usyk losing was just because he was a smaller guy, not because he was a lesser of a fighter. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know. It's not because he was a lesser fighter. I just think right now he's dangerous, man. Super dangerous. Amanda Nunes wins Shevchenko and Shields. I thought Shevchenko won that first fight between Amanda Nunes and Shevchenko, to be honest. And Rashid, like, you know your stuff if you were calling it from the jump. Bro, did you listen to the interview? What she said? She was actually like straight, bro. I did see that. I did see that. That boy Chance. Whether she like, I mean, imagine that. Like, as a man, I don't think Jake Paul would want to fight a girl. You know what I mean? But unless like, who knows? But I saw her saying like, I will never be under Jake Paul card. I saw the interview. King of Ring, Navajo Sterling Jewelry. Is that what I'm looking up? I'm confused, Will Ryder. I think John Jones beats anyone. Look, that's a take that is hard to argue against. far as like he didn't look that great against Reyes, right? But John Jones is so poised and calculated in the octagon. It's just a shame. I want to see him fight. I want to see him be more active. But like I do think who was Colby Covington was basically speaking of. He says there's no such thing as ring rust. I might have to disagree with him. Like I think it affected Connor. I think it will affect John Jones. It affected Diaz, but that's a whole different situation. But I think John Jones is that good, but the longer he stays outside the octagon, the worse for him because I don't know where your timing and everything is just different, you know. I saw that. So now, guys, I've been making a. Let me see if I could bring this up real quick. I've been having a lot of fun. To your point, Joe Ray. Check this out. Let me bring it up real quick. I've been doing these a lot, and people have been loving these, and I've been loving these too. I don't know if you guys could read, but I'll put like rate this fighter, right? Rate this fighter, and I'll put a star for each, and then you vote. It looks horrible on PC, by the way. Can I put this on like? Can I put this on dark theme? Like 2 seconds. Device theme. Here we go. That looks a lot better. Anyways, so I put one on Aldo versus Font because I posted that 3 days ago. Set for December 4th. Who wins? 72% out of 53 votes said Aldo wins. Rob Font being the Boricua, I would like to see him win, right? But Aldo looks new and improved. I would love to see Aldo like make a title run again. It's gonna be tough for him. Does he beat Dillashaw or any other bantamweight over there? You know, it's tough. But for him to be cutting the weight and reinventing himself and striking quite well, using his boxing a lot more, not so much leg kicks, but just doing quite well. But I've been liking these rating things, or these polls. But yeah, Aldo rate this fighter Ortega. He got 4 stars more than anything. Dan Hooker got 4 stars, but it's pretty close between 4 and 3 and 5. So maybe like 4-3 more. But yeah, it's just I don't know, tough. I gotta make a poll for that too, Vaughn. So for UFC 268, I'm gonna do a podcast with Trey. Let's try to do a podcast for Porter versus Crawford, like maybe like the week before, like that Monday before, and just talk about the fight and who wins and how they win and things of that nature. We need to get you back on here for sure. If you're like available, like small guys. But trust me, I'll make it happen. I told Trey, like I know I've been busy or whatever, but like I've been putting out content a lot more. So now you could take my word for it as far as like I've been putting in more work so I can do more content. And I'm trying to do them weekly. So it's just before the baby was born, everything was crazy, man. I see a lot of potential with Armin. So yes, become a champion one day. If you know him, what do you think of him in his future? I've seen a lot of him lately, bro. Just like any other fighter, you're gonna have to take their time. As far as like Daniel Rodriguez, for example, is another. I think he's ranked number 15th right now. Like it just takes a bit of time for you to, to what's it called? To rise the rankings. But he's 17-2. I'm looking it up right now. It's another fighter. These Russian Armenians, man, they're just climbing. Where's he ranked right now? He beat Frivola. He beat Ramos. Last time he lost was to Mahashev, but it was a unanimous decision though. So I think he could be quite with him and Chikaja. There's a lot of names. Like I made a video about Dan Hooker versus Islam being announced, but there's a lot of names just climbing up the ranks that are. It's becoming a new era, so to speak. How about that flying knee by Jorge? The flying knee by Jorge, the one on Ben. And my other question is, Dan Hooker taking any fight he can get. Do you think he's going to? Think he's doing that to try and build the respect back from losing to Chandler, and that's just who he is? I don't think he's doing that to get back the respect. I think he already gained it. I truly do. Progressive Jake Paul, Elijah says. I think he already gained it just by coming over from New Zealand and now taking his Islam fight. I think he's already in the good graces of a lot of fans. If he can surprise the masses somehow and beat Islam, which is, I'm sure he's going to be a significant, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a significant like underdog, right? Like maybe like a +2 something, +3, whatever. Against Islam, but oh man, he's in a good place right now. If he's able to like win this next fight, it's gonna be tough. Even if he loses, but a close fight or a competitive fight, I think Dan Hooker's good. He's what 21-10 or something like that. Like of course he has a lot of losses, but he's a fan favorite. I think he's okay. I just hope he's able to like make a run again. Londoner, that question. You saw what Sean O'Malley said, Londoner? I basically agree with Sean O'Malley. Well, Lima versus 2 already finished, and it was 2-1 split decision square. Guys, make sure you guys subscribe and hit the thumbs up and hit the bell for post notifications if you haven't already. I think it makes it easier for John going up in weight for a slow. Oh, absolutely. And he's been like, maybe he's doing it on purpose, not to get going in jail stuff. But I mean, like, if you notice, if you follow him, he's been lifting a lot of weights, trying to put that weight on a lot, saying he's trying to do that. Maybe it does benefit him to not get more miles in the octagon. But I think at one point it becomes too long. Corey is going to be extremely dangerous for Piotr Jan. Yeah, I think stylistically, yes, being lengthy the way that he is, Von, I absolutely agree. That'll be crazy if, like, interesting turn of events. So Jan loses to Corey, and then it's Corey Aljo too, because remember, Aljo submitted him, I think, in the first round by, like, Darce choke or something. Bro, Jake is that wicked to fight a female box. For the views, he'll do it. If he was guaranteed a lot of views and clout, he would, Chance. I wouldn't be surprised. Fun fight to watch with no skill, which will never happen. It will be Hardy versus Dot. Oh my God, Greg Hardy, man. How about him? He got knocked out by what's the guy's name? The guy that does the shoey all the times. Tua Tuivasa. When the match started, already finished. Yeah, Von, we got to make it happen. I don't know about that, Tom. Crawford, easy win. No, people forget that Porter Errol Spence was close. And with the way judges are, who knows? They could have gave it to Porter. If you rewatch that fight was very, very close. Yeah, Errol Spence landed the knockdown and the big punch. What was it? Like the left hook, I think it was, that caught him. I just remember the picture in my mind, Von, where like he's getting caught as he's throwing and his mouth is like going the other way. But that fight was close. Porter is not a slouch. Crawford, like, you saw the way Crawford beat Kell Brook and the way Spence beat Kell Brook. That just makes me wonder a little bit. Do you put any weight to that, Von? Yeah, Will, you're losing me. I think I missed a message of yours earlier, Will. I think Crawford wins, but will be extremely tricky fight. He does have excellent ring IQ. He does. Anthony Smith loses again to Rockets. He's been calling him out. I don't think the UFC is making that fight though, Rashid. I think they're still waiting on it. I know Anthony Smith looked really well. He looked really, really good against in his last fight against Ryan Spann. I thought he put on a good performance. He looked very poised and composed. Maybe he's improving as a fighter. He looked well, but maybe he looked good because it was Spann and Spann wasn't ready for it. It's tough. I'm happy for Smith though. Him like not being the heel, but like being angrier and like I don't know. It was a 2-1 split decision, Zayor, but it could have went either way. Honestly, in my honest opinion, it could have went Lima. If I had to edge it to someone, maybe Paige. It could have went either way. I'll be completely honest. Corey dangerous, but Jan is a monster. Maybe Jan puts out Corey early. I don't know. Like that's a tough one to call. Just stylistically. 155 has been good for a while, and there are so many great unranked fighters. Yes, they could expand that to top 30, and it would still be deep. Bro, maybe we should make a podcast of a list one day of like top 30 155ers. That's always been an interesting division. I agree, Julian. No, I haven't. I'm gonna be completely honest. Where's your message at? I just missed it. I haven't. He's 12-4 versus Roberts. I haven't though, Joe. I'm gonna have to look it up. Jan will do better than Dillashaw. He might. Dillashaw did quite well for a 2-year layoff. That was a very debatable fight, the Sanhagen versus Dillashaw. I did have Dillashaw winning though. I'm not gonna lie. I had Tuivasa. That's right. I think Ty could be champ if fit. Ty looked pretty dominant, but Greg Hardy, I don't know. Like, he didn't give him that many different looks. Where the heck is Lomachenko these days? Lomachenko's trying to get a Teofimo fight, Rashid, but he just beat Nakatani. Who knows who he gets next? It looks like he's not going to get the Teofimo fight, though. Well, Julian, I don't know who disagreed with you. Were you saying, like, because I agree that Aldo evolved and he's hanging with the new generation. I agree with you there. I think he's really reinvented himself and in a good way, Julian. I'm sorry if I like explained it wrongly earlier. Porter's awkward and makes his opponent work for every second. He does. Who can? Ryan Span. Taito Vasquez versus Francis would be dope. That would be nuts. More dangerous than people give him credit for. I mean, he did a great job. He leaves himself open the way he strikes. So is all I'm saying, Muscle. Like I would just want to see him fight a couple more times. Could be like AJ versus Ruiz. I would just give him more time personally. But is that dude, Elijah? He's probably my pound for pound. Him, Usyk now, Canelo. Naoya Inoue, if you know about him too. Jesus, yo. Interesting, Von Blue. Interesting take. You think Corey's gonna shock Jan? I'm gonna have to go Jan right now, bro. Jan is dominant. Sandhagen for sure won respect to Dillashaw for fighting with an injured knee. Yeah. And Dillashaw hurt that knee in round 2, I believe. And still, like, he just had a great pace and still did a great job. He does leave his head exposed a lot, Ryder. And that's what I saw against Hardy. Even though he ended up winning the fight by knockout, he's just, I would say, like, just build him up still. He gets taken out by his roots in the 7th round versus Canelo. How do you have that fight going, Blue? The Canelo plant. Unless you're gonna make a prediction video and you haven't, so you don't have to share. You know what I mean? Bud is special. Bud is special. Going back to what Elijah said. That's what I'm saying. Like the way Bud beat Kell Brook compared to Errol Spence. Like I think Crawford is just maybe Spence has more power, maybe. But Crawford is like very witty in the way he lands, and he lands those punches that you didn't see coming, so to speak. I don't know if I can say the same about Spence. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like Crawford is very witty, like all right, I would hate to fight either fighter. If I'm fighting Spence, I know he's just gonna like kill me to the body, land some big shots, fight on the inside. But I don't know what's worse. If that's worse, or what's worse is fighting Crawford where I'm like, this guy's going to go southpaw, then he's going to go orthodox, and he's just going to throw some combinations that I didn't see coming, and he also has a chin, and I can't outbox him, and it's hard to outbox Errol Spence too. I hope that fight one day happens, but with the whole car crash and everything, I think that kind of slowed things down a bit. He's like the old Floyd. Yeah, it's tough. He's a tough fighter, dude. Bud is he is. And now seeing him fight Porter, I really want to see what he does against Porter, how he does against Porter. Sandhagen won or draw. I had a Dillashaw Steeler, but it like I even saw the Weasel. The Weasel was like very adamant in saying that sorry, I lost my train of thought. That Sandhagen won. And I disagree with him. I disagree with him for the simple fact that, yes, Sandhagen landed more, but I think Dillashaw did land the bigger strikes. And then Dillashaw also with the ground control time. And I just think Dillashaw did more to win the fight. I didn't think Sandhagen did enough. It could have went either way. But from what I remember, Dillashaw just, his pace and his activeness, just a little bit more. He's like a younger Mayweather. Crawford is special. I just hope. How old is Crawford right now? Because he's fighting like, let me see. Baby, can I let him up or no? Can I let her up or no? Okay, give me 1 second, guys. No, I apologize. I had to let the dogs go up. Let's see something about Crawford. Of course, I'm gonna feel that he doesn't fight often enough, but maybe I'm overestimating, or what's the word I'm looking for? Over something that maybe he fights more than I thought. Okay, let's see. Terrence Crawford. He fought Jeff Horn 2018, Jose Benavidez 2018. His 2 fights in 2018. He beat Khan and Kavaluskis, which I always pronounce weird, 2019. Beats Kell Brook in 2020. I remember that was the last fight. So he fights like what, twice a year? But he fought Kell Brook at the end of 2020. It's 2021 and he's going to fight once. So he fought once 2020, once 2021, like one fight a year in the last 2 years. Like, I don't know, man. I just want to see these fighters fight more. You look up like Sugar Ray Leonard and Ray Robinson and Tyson and these guys. Like, all right, so let's just say he fought once a year in the last 2 years and then twice a year 3 and 4 years ago. That's just real quick. Like, I'm gonna just look up Ray Leonard. Like, these fighters don't fight enough, but it's a different era. Is it? It really is a different era. But let me just see something. Let's see. Leonard in, oh, to my surprise. All right, in 79 he fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Then in 80 he fought like 3 times. Oh, wait, 2, 3. 81 he fought 3 times. Like, it was just different. Give me 2 fights a year and I'll be happy, Crawford. That's all I'm saying. Give me a bit more. But it's with him and Top Rank and all these promotions, man. It sucks. I feel like the details are still under. I don't know. Did he hit his fiance? Because they say he hit his fiance, but I don't know if it's 100% determined or if it was like he headbutted the car while his fiance was there. Like, what exactly happened? Because I believe with Hardy, he like really put his hands on his fiance. I'm not saying one makes it better than the other. I'm just saying it might be different. Sinful. And then Jones didn't apologize, which he's getting criticized for. He kind of just made a post of him lifting weights and saying, I'm not drinking anymore. So the other show had more damage. That's what I'm saying. Like, total line. Like, you're saying Dillashaw got damaged more, or you're saying he put more damage on him? Canelo will stop Plant. Only way Canelo can lose is on points by some awkward. Canelo's special, man. His timing is just insane. Porter is a tricky fight, so would Pac-Man have been for Spence? Oh, Pac-Man would have been troubling for Spence as well, too. Absolutely. I feel like Crawford is just witty, man. Like, I don't know how to explain it. K. Cara will KO Cody. Garbrandt's chin is questionable. Why they came back down? Oh, okay. I'm just asking. John J.O. Jones. That's a good Triple J Will Rider. Ali fought like top 10 heavyweight. And I think Ken Burns came out with a new Muhammad Ali like documentary type thing. He was covered in blood. So yeah, like, I know, Marcus, I just don't like, trust me. Is he a scumbag, so to speak? Yeah, like, you have to say yes, Marcus. I just don't know the details. Her being covered in blood is bad enough. I heard he was like headbutting a car. If he put his hands on his fiance, that's unforgivable. Like, that's just too much. Bro, it's 1:10 in London and someone is having a party nearby with the worst music I've ever heard in my life. Call the cops and tell them they're making too much noise. Nah, I'm just playing. Just don't be that guy. But that's annoying. He got hurt worse. Dillashaw got hurt worse than Sandhagen. I think he did get stunned. What was the punch stats versus Sandhagen stats? Let's see real quick. Okay. Let's just look real quick. Significant strikes, 128 out of 281 for Sandhagen. 110 out of 268 for Dillashaw. Total strikes, 169 out of 332. 171 out of 331, Sandhagen. But control time, this is the thing right here. 8 minutes and 22 seconds for Dillashaw. 0 for Sandhagen. Maybe that was it. That was probably it. Round 2. So round 1, maybe Dillashaw edged it. Round 2, I'm looking at it right now. It could have went either way, man. I'll admit, I had Dillashaw winning, but it could have went either way. I think maybe that ground control time was the deciding factor. Because look, round 5, it was pretty close, right? 40 of 88 for Dillashaw, right? But ground 3%, like, it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough, man. It's really tough. Like, I'm not mad at anybody saying that they thought Sandhagen won. That I feel like you gotta. Wow, 3,171 subscribers. We're almost at 3,200. If you're just getting here, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell for post notifications. Jeez, man, this channel's going crazy, and we got plenty of content here. We post on the community tab. We're doing our thing. Got the best community, and we're gonna be here for Fury Wilder. That's gonna be insane. He definitely lost that fight to Sam. That was a robbery. Elijah, look, I would have to respectfully disagree with you. I edged it to Dillashaw, but I might be in the minority in thinking that. So that I will admit. I wish they did, but they can't with all these different promotions, Londoner. Like, the UFC is their own thing. There's so many, Top Rank, Golden Boy, Schaefer's doing his own thing, I think. Heyman and all these guys. Like, it's really tough. Mayweather Promotions. Like, for them to agree on anything is like, it's crazy. And then on top of that, the belts, all these different sanctioning bodies, the WBC, the WBO, the IBF. It's just who did I miss? IBF, WBC, WBO. What's the other IBF? And I'm missing one, and I can't think for my life. The WBA. Like, it's just crazy. There's too much going on. Dillashaw had top control, yeah. So that's what supports my argument. Yeah, so Joe, I gotta wait for the details. If he hit her in any fashion, bro, if he plucked her ear, that's messed up. Nah, like, but you get what I'm saying? Like, if he hit her in any way, bro, that's just insane, bro. Like, what is wrong with you? And the crazy thing, Chill Sonny made a video of it where he was like, he blamed the drinking. He's like, oh, I'm never drinking again. Like, drunk or not, you gotta be a scumbag to hit a woman. Like, that's just how I feel. It's just, I don't know. And it's sad because, like, I was talking to my wife about this. Literally, you know how John Jones got put in jail, right? This might not be that popular. I didn't know the whole fiance thing, so I was like defending him. I was like, damn, like, it sucks that John Jones always get in trouble, because I thought he was just like, I thought he tampered with a car, like he stole a car or done something stupid. I didn't know nothing about the fiance, but I'm like, I think he's a good dude that just always gets himself in trouble because he does stupid things. Like, he's not a good dude if he hit his wife. Like, let's just throw that out there. So I might have been wrong for that. Yeah, that flying knee, like, I'm surprised Dillashaw didn't go out from that flying knee, Joe. That was crazy. Guys, Monday we're going to be doing a podcast, so make sure you guys are here Monday, by the way, too, around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Like, around this time. It's too rewarding, in my opinion. Stupid ground. I don't think so, Will Ryder. When the strikes were significantly close, like 110 out of 268 for Dillashaw, 128 out of 281. That's pretty close. And then for 8 minutes and 22 seconds of control time, that swings the pendulum a lot, Just saying, if you look at their faces after fight, Corey looked fine. That's true, but I don't always go by like how the fighters look. Some people just bleed. Look at Nate Diaz after every fight. He looks like he freaking just came back from World War II. So, like, I don't know. But you guys have, look, I don't mind disagreeing with you guys. You could be like, Miller, you're wrong. That's fine. That's fine. I thought it was closer than a lot of people gave credit for, as far as like a lot of people were saying robbery. I don't think it was a robbery. Tyler Gregory, thank you so much for subscribing, my guy. I have a good idea for a subscription, subscribe, notification thing. I gotta change it. But thank you, man. Thank you so much. Jan versus Sandhagen, not Dillashaw. Good for pay-per-view hype when Dillashaw gets his shot. True. Imagine Sandhagen wins and then Aljo still is having neck injuries and they see themselves again in a rematch. Steeler, that's a very good point. If Sandhagen is able to shock people where I think Jan is gonna be the favorite. That'll be, and maybe everything happens for a reason. Maybe Sanhagen won in the sense where like that's why he deserves a title shot and it came back to him. You know. Yeah, he's out for a while because of the surgery. Dang. Yeah. TJ wasn't doing anything to Sanhagen when he got him in the clinch. Sanhagen gave him cuts 3-2. He landed that big knee. I'm not mad at 3-2, dang. I'm not mad at that at all. Dillashaw still won with knee injury in first round. The crazy thing is that I think he suffered that knee injury in round 2. So if he's able to, like, what if he doesn't get that knee injury? Maybe he wrestles a lot better. Supposedly he was talking about like, I think he had like 19 takedown attempts and only got like 2. But so what if he doesn't get that injury? Is he then a bit more dominant? Like, I don't know. It's tough to say. Thank you for subscribing, all the new guys. We're 27 away from 3,200. So if we don't get that today, we're gonna get that for sure this weekend coming up. Then we'll be at 5,000 eventually, 4,000, 10,000. This channel's going crazy. People are loving it, and that makes me happy. I think draw would have been fair. It would have been fair. That would have been fair. I think draw would have been fair. I think Sanhagen even would have been fair. I get it. I think what people are a lot bothered with was it going Dillashaw's way. People are like, okay, I think most people's train of thought, which I understand, is Sanhagen winning. Okay, that's okay. It was close, but it's okay to edge it to Sanhagen. Draw, that's okay too, even though Sanhagen probably won. But a Dillashaw win, no way. And I get it. I truly do get it. We need more draws in the MMA. They don't happen often enough, right, Joe? They really don't. Even the 3-judge scoring system is kind of weird sometimes in MMA. 2-time missing judgment point from takedown by Lima. That's the crazy thing. Like, Lima got I think like 2 minutes of control time in round 1 and round 3. So it could have went. That's why I said with the MVP and Lima, it could have went either way. Like, and what frustrated me was seeing MVP on the ground and not being offensive. That's what bothered me. He got taken down and he was just holding Lima's wrist. Like,
Merry Christmas to me.
you know what I'm saying? The Dollar by Dave Stewart,
Merry
my
Christmas
guy.
to me.
Thank you. And you think Sanhagen wins between him and Jan? That'll imagine, bro. Imagine if that happens after this whole fiasco with Jan deserving the fight, his title back with a DQ. Like, that one knee did definitely hurt him as far as like the events that followed. You know, like, it's crazy. Guys, we're having a great time, by the way. 250 people here after I've been live for 2 hours and the fight was only like 20 minutes. So like, I can't believe Bellator put a 3-round fight in a main event. Like, come on, man. Like, am I tripping? Like, should it have been only a 3-round fight? Like, you guys let me know. Dave, thank you again for the dollar. Jones has serious character flaws. I predicted it the day before on your channel. Bro, I remember you saying that in the comments, bro. And then it was just like, you were Mystic Mac on that one. It's just a matter of time. John is his own problem. He has demons. What should Dana do? And Ngannou. The thing is, like, John Jones is asking for more money and they can't come to an agreement. Elijah, that's something I want to talk about, bro. Let me catch up with everybody else's message. Elijah, that's a great topic. Elijah, thank you for hanging out this whole time, too. You think he hit his wife before JP? If that's what he's doing, bro, that's bad. I'm gonna grab a water bottles right here. I'll be right back. If you guys have any suggestions on videos that I should do as well too, you guys let me know in the community tab or whenever. Cause I'm putting out that content like crazy. I'm trying to. You guys will understand the drive that I have recently. Hopefully, I can keep it up. Thanks for all the info. Absolutely, Dave. Absolutely. This is what I'm gonna keep doing. I posted like in the last 2 months or a month. I've been really going ham because people are loving the content. And I love doing this. So I'm almost like Ariel Hawani in the sense of like, he's like, I don't mean to always say thank you and I'm grateful, but thank you and I'm grateful. And I'm like, I get it. I can see why he's so happy, like the support that he's been getting. And I'm very a much smaller channel, but I've been getting crazy support. I'm not believing whatever comes out of people's mouth unless I see the slow motion of the first round knockdowns. I can't find any vids anywhere. Are you talking about the MVP versus Lima? Because Lima did fall to the canvas a few times. Whether he just lost his balance after getting caught and it wasn't like, like that could be debatable. But he did fall in the first round and the third round, I believe. MVP landed like 2 straight right hands down the middle. Do you see Fury having any trouble against Deontay this time? Or is it? I don't think it's gonna be worse for Deontay. Or I don't know, maybe. I know people clown him for his excuses, but after a loss like that, I think he's gonna come out. He has. I just hope he fall. If he's gonna lose, that he leaves it all out there. And he was mad that his corner stopped the fight. His legs look gone, and the excuses were ridiculous. The suit but one thing I will say, I don't know what it was, but his legs looked gone after round 2. Whether that was a result of Fury landing a punch, maybe. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but I really have a problem with. I don't know what they're gonna weigh in. If you guys have heard any news, let me know. I'll try to find out. But what was I gonna say? Fury having a 42-pound weight advantage is just ridiculous to me. That's too much. There should be like a super heavyweight something. There should be a cap. That's all I'm saying, because the 42-pound weight advantage is just ridiculous. What about Triple C versus Volkanovski? That's something we have to talk about. Because if Henry Cejudo comes back, I would love to see that Volkanovski fight. Even though Volkanovski is going to have like a significant reach advantage, I believe. But the Weasel made a video about that too. And I would love to see that fight. Henry Cejudo's wrestling, I think it will be a big problem for Volkanovski. Volkanovski getting taken down by, I forget the one opponent that he had, but if Cejudo's wrestling, and not only that, Cejudo's explosiveness is probably at a higher level than Volkanovski. Volkanovski is just so strategic and calculated. He's explosive too, but like, I don't know. That's a fight I would love to happen. But Cejudo not being tested by VADA, whether he can come back early enough to fight Volkanovski, that's tough. If the first round were just slips, the round to MVP was not just. No, round 1 he still landed the more significant strikes. Cayman Rider, in my opinion. Yeah, Cayman, come back to me and let me know when you do see it. But he did definitely get MVP won that round 1. Easily, unless you put that much significance into Lima's ground time. That's it. No, that's whack. Thanks for all the info. How do I follow you? You can hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for post notifications. So anytime I come out with a video, you'll get notified. I don't have the whole member thing yet, but that's something I plan to do. And hopefully I could provide something from there. I don't know. My hair looks crazy in this one spot. But we'll talk about that. But I'm gonna just make sure I keep providing content. What's happening with O'Malley? He got maybe that's the next video I need to work on. He got they just announced not too long ago, I think it was like a day ago, he's fighting Paiva. Paiva beat Kyler Phillips, which was pretty insane. Paiva is not a slouch. Remember how O'Malley lost to Vera? This could very well be another situation where he's fighting someone that's underestimated. Depending on the plus and minuses on that bet on the betting odds, I might go Paiva. Paiva's not bad. I liked a lot from what I saw in his last fight against Kyler Phillips. Also, if you real quick, these are all my socials on the bottom. In case anybody like the Twitter and Instagram, just because I forgot to even put that up there. Dave Stewart follow, but thank you for the $1, Dave. That's like that means the world to me. It really does. Volk will win because you can't take a dwarf's gold unless you would try. I respect it, Will. I like the in-depth analysis, bro. I'm scared that Jan could get touched with something. Corey Sandhagen has the arsenal to catch someone and hurt anybody. Given his skill set, or he's dangerous for anybody. I would say he's definitely dangerous for Jan. I have Jan winning, but Corey could beat any. Yes, I agree. He's one of those fighters, dang, that if he fights his fight, it's really tough to have him losing to anyone. Look what he did with Dillashaw. He did great. It's just Dillashaw's pretty crafty with the takedowns and everything, um and his pace and everything, even without the EPO. So I uh I have to agree with you. And then him that length and like just being that tall and lengthy for that division, I agree. Triple C could evolve into C4. Then we're gonna have to start talking about you know one of the goats if he does that, right? Will. So that would be crazy. And I think he walks around at like 165. Wilder needs to land a home run early or he's done. Yeah, Londoner. He has to start a lot better than in the last fight. He can't let Fury be the one dictating the pace of the fight. Alexander has a big reach for it. Yeah, he had a longer reach than Ortega in the last fight, Dang, which is crazy because Ortega was the taller fighter, and he had a 2-inch reach advantage. Volkanovski. I'm betting on the Kevin Holland versus Dawkins and the Moses versus Walker. I got Holland and Walker. I'm kind of biased. I respect it, man. I'm not mad at. Where do you bet on DraftKings or something? That's where I bet. But I hear my bookie coming up a lot and all these other things. So I wonder what odds, how different are the odds on a website basis. Yeah, Elijah. I don't know if there's a cap, Elijah. Maybe that was a cap and Fury Wilder can't get anywhere near there. I think he could only get like within 30 pounds. That's like, I don't know, man. I like, it almost sounds like I'm defending Wilder. I just think 30 pounds in any weight division is ridiculous. No matter if you go to 330, 430, like I'm just saying it's too much. They're talking about a bridger weight. That's what I'm saying, Londoner, because that's just too much. JP F area. I can't stand a grown man that has little the little bobbleheads, bro. JP. I like Ariel. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I like Ariel a lot actually, because he does a good job of interviewing fighters. But that's funny, JP. The question of a generation: Messi or Ronaldo? The question that I will say is very hard to answer, and you could go with either one. That's what I would say. Londoner. I'll give you the politician answer. It was 2-1. It could have went either way, Dave Stewart. Lima landed a takedown with like 2 minutes left in the first round, but Page landed the biggest strikes of that round. So I gave it to Page. Page landed 2 big right hands down the middle that kind of like rocked Lima a bit, but Lima took him down and Page didn't do nothing off the ground for 2 minutes. Then in the third round, Lima landed a big left hook and took that round. So that third round I gave to Lima. I think who wins that fight is all about round 2, and that was a really tough round to judge and score, Dave. I don't know. It could have went 2-1 either way, man. To say it's a robbery is tough, but I don't know. It's tough. Why make a main event just 3 rounds in the first place, Is there something I'm missing? Like, I don't know. I'm about to get out of here soon, guys. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back for the Fury versus Wilder next Saturday. Thank you for whoever subscribed too. I see I got one more subscriber. We'll be here next Saturday, October 9th for Fury versus Wilder. This Monday as well too. So what is that? Today's the 1st. So the 4th, around 7:30, we're gonna be doing a podcast. It's called Before the Bell. Make sure you're here for that. So that's Monday. So Monday, Saturday, and then in between the week, whatever news comes out, I'll make sure I tell you guys. I'll definitely keep you guys updated skill wise, but Ronaldo is a mega athlete. Messi's the man. The only problem with Triple C is he could leave after winning the belt. Dana could have that. Elijah, that's a good point, man. He needs to chill out with doing that. Is it because of the pay that Henry Cejudo's always like up in the air, so to speak? Is that what it is? Do you give Robert Whittaker a decent? I do, Sinful in the second fight. No, I give him a better chance. I think he got caught against Adesanya more than often. I think he's a bit more polished right now. Sinful. I have that fight be more competitive. I think Adesanya is gonna have his hands full with Whittaker. I like what I've been seeing lately of Whittaker. What a lot of people like after Derek Brunson won like 5, they were saying like Brunson could be the next or Cannonier, but luckily Brunson and Cannonier are fighting next. Brunson is a bit too shaky striking wise to me. That's all. The way his stance and when Darren Till did catch him, like I don't know. Brunson striking wise, I don't think he's ready yet. He does have strong grips, Dave. Absolutely, super strong grips because Lima couldn't free his hands. Yeah, Dave. You're absolutely right. Good show. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you. Good content, man. Nice and chill. Thank you, Sinful. This is what I love to do, man. Like it's just we've been growing so fast, and I love it. I almost didn't stream today, but I'm like, let me just try to get on real quick, and it's been a very successful stream. So thank you. Triple C wins, he would become C4. He'll be doing this in the camera with a 4. Like who knows with Henry Cejudo. One thing I will say, Henry Cejudo is a good interviewer. With hot boxing, with the whole Khabib interview, Tyson was high as a kite. If it wasn't for Cejudo, that would have been a bad interview in my opinion. That's just one thing I would tell you right now, guys, is like if I ever make it big in this world, I'm probably not gonna make many friends because I call it like I see it. Some people try to be friends too much. Like Tyson was high as a kite. I love Tyson, one of the greatest of all time. But like, Cejudo did a great job of interviewing Khabib. So whether he comes back or not, he's gonna be fine making money wise. But Volkanovski and Cejudo might be something that might be really considered. I will keep that in mind as far as I saw Ariel Helwani talking about it. Let me just see real quick. Cejudo. Let me see if there's any breaking news as far as like if there's some kind of any more talk about that. Let's see news. 2 days ago, 3 days ago, nothing new. If Cejudo happens, it'll have to be soon. MMA news says Cejudo urges Dana White on Alexander Volkanovski fight. Who knows if Cejudo's actually serious? I'm just seeing if there's no. Everything is coming about 2-3 days ago, so it's basically the same. Cejudo calling him out on Twitter and things of that nature. Why do you say Henry's a genius? Yeah, Fury did. He put his weight on him out of the clinch, and Wilder's gonna be tough for Wilder. I think Wilder winning by knockout is like a plus 300. Thanks, champ. I'm subscribed. Big audience in the UK for this content. Thank you, Londoner. Yeah, the UK. Like when I covered Joshua versus Usyk, man, the UK really showed up, man. I love like you guys overseas because you guys love fighting and talking, fighting, and all this stuff is great. I'll check them out. Counterpunch. Thank you for mentioning them. I like that name, Counterpunch Boxing. That's cool. Who should Diaz? Which Diaz? Nate Diaz or Nick Diaz? Just to get it straight, because some people are talking about Nick Diaz coming back even after he lost to Lawler, and the way he lost. I'm assuming you meant Nate. JP, I've been seeing you around here a lot, man. I appreciate you enjoying the content and coming back all the time, JP. We'll be back. We'll be back Monday. Make sure you guys are here 7:30ish, 7:30ish p.m. Eastern time on Monday. Guys, hit the bell for post notifications. Is right like down this way, I think. Wait, how do I do this? Somewhere down there, there's a bell. You click it, then you hit all notifications. So whenever I post, you guys will be here. Nate, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. They're talking about a Conor McGregor fight, a Masvidal fight. I don't know. I don't know who you give him next. Let me see if there's any news on that. Hooker on potential Nate Diaz fight. I'm about to get off. I'm just quickly checking real quick. Nate Diaz. But JP, have a great night, man. Hooker on potential Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz hints at December return to the octagon. I like these live shows, man. This is a lot of fun, bro. Like, this really is. This might be my wave. I love doing this. Let's keep growing it, guys. We could be like the #1 on YouTube for sure. I believe. Believe, achieve. What does Michael Bisping say? Believe you, believe you me. And then what did he say? What did he tell him? He said, "Shut the." That was funny as hell. He did shut down Conor McGregor latest time. Vicente Luque might be that. Luque might be a good one. Luque wins that fight though. I don't know, man. Nate Diaz is at such an interesting time in his career. I don't know. I guess Hooker has been one of the Dan Hooker on a potential scrap with Nate Diaz. It's definitely not a difficult fight for him to get. That's possible. That'll be fun to watch. Let's see what happens with Hooker and with Hooker and Islam first. Would I fight him? Yeah, I'll fight him. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. Dan Hooker, bro. Dan Hooker. If he beats, all right, real quick. Last question I ask you guys before I get out of here. Monday we'll be here for a podcast. Next Saturday, Fury versus Wilder. Hit the bell for post notifications so you can be notified, so you can be here. Anyways, does Dan Hooker? This is my last question. Does Dan Hooker have a chance against Islam? That's it. That's my simple question. Yes, no, maybe so, and why? And that's it. Be there. Yeah. Let's go, Toe Line. Toe Line's been around too, and Joe's been around for like this whole night. So I've seen Toe Line a few days and stuff. So yo, great, great, growing. Damn, I can't talk English right now. Conceive. Oh, that's what. Shut up. the way Bisping says that is so funny. Yeah, watch the MVP fight and then let me know in like the community tab or something what you thought. Nice show, bro. Friday. Let's go. Still the Friday and Monday too. Monday we'll be doing a live podcast, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Yes, Dave Stewart said he has a chance. Yes, third round. You did say that before. Will Ryder is sticking to that. I like it. I like it a lot. I like that a lot, man. That's funny. You are not playing with that prediction. We are 25 subscribers away from 3,200. So awesome. So I think all you guys that are here right now are subscribed. Thank you. We're at 3,175, almost 3,200. We'll get there like Saturday for sure. Yes, he is so tough, man. If he shocks, I think he'll shock the world, so to speak. If he beats Islam, I truly do think that. Great stream, bro. Like the convo, just subscribe. Joe Ray, thank you so much, man. Truly means the world to me. I'll keep trying to improve this channel. I promise you guys. That was my last question. I'm gonna read your guys' comments and then we're gonna get out of here. It's 8:41 my time or 8:38. I hope you guys have a great night. Just reading like what do you guys think about Islam versus Hooker? Yes, but I think Islam wins 7 to 10 times they fight. I could be wrong. I love Dan. He has a puncher's chance, right? Simple. I love Dan so much, but Islam is man. The way he mixes it up. Islam. He's on the rise. I think that's very safe to say. Will Ryder. Yes, but I don't know how to read that. But he says stand up. Let's go. Guys, if you guys have last thing I'll say, if you guys have any suggestions on topics that we should talk about on Monday for the podcast, let me know. That's the one thing I'll say. Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, Fury versus Wilder. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for the support. I didn't expect this to be as successful as it was today, honestly, because I literally started streaming like a few minutes before the main event where a bunch of other streamers were live. But a lot of people came here and you guys enjoy the content. So thank you. I can't say thank you enough. I'll stop because I don't want to bore you guys. Simple says, have a good one, brother. I'll tune in next time. I'll catch you Monday and Saturday, guys. And I come out with videos. If you guys go down my video tab, I've come out with a lot recently. I come out, if you guys are truly the last thing I'll say, I came out with a Dan Hooker versus Islam video a day ago. The Aljamain Sterling is out. The Joshua dominated by Usyk. Yeah, there's a lot of content. Canelo slapping Plant. Teofimo being scared of Vasily Lomachenko. These are all just takes and ideas I have. You guys let me know. Leave comments on there if you guys want to continue those conversations. Let me know about topics for Monday if you guys have anything on the community tab. I'm going to get out of here, dude. He would not be Islam. I'm almost in agreement with you, Rashid, as far as like betting wise. Yeah, like, but he has been knocked out before, and you always got to weigh that into the equation. But Islam is that good. If you're gonna bet on it, you're gonna bet on Islam. Most people are. I'm gonna get out of here. Much love. Good night. God bless. Love you guys. Peace.